Who in his era was better than him? Like talent, anything.
Welcome to Sportsplug,
let's
people.
see. I go as far as to say,
who's more talented than Jay Cutler?
I mean, I'm not even gonna mention like Brady and Breeze and
Because they not more talented than him.
Exactly.
You can't.
I'm just gonna let them go. Sean, this is like the pregame. Go ahead.
Nah, bro.
But am I lying? Y'all know about talent. Y'all know the difference between talent and production.
So if that's the case, Jamarcus Russell is the most talented quarterback to ever play. And
he's one of the most talented. Talent don't got nothing to do with
superior.
production. Talent is about what your physical gifts are. Like
Jamarcus
talent. That's throwing power. That's size. That's like
hey, well, I say that. Well, I can respect that. He's the most
yeah,
talented
you see, I broke
quarterback.
it down. You know,
Hey,
Jamarcus Russell lied to his coach.
numbers.
Hold up,
look,
real quick, Chris.
Wait up, Russ. Wait up. He is the most talented. But as far as an NFL quarterback playing the game, he's a bum.
I just want to say, do y'all remember that time that Jamarcus Russell coach gave him some blank tapes and said, man, watch this film? And then he came back the next day and told the coach,
oh, that was crazy. That was a crazy story.
I watched the film. Jamarcus Russell's the worst pick ever. But anyways, welcome to Sportsplug Podcast. You already know what it is. Y'all caught the glimpse of it.
Yeah.
Yes, Jeff. You already know it's a newbie. Jeff, say what's up to the people.
What's up, everybody?
All right. You already know Sean, Matt, Chris, me. All right,
what's up? Hey, before we jump it out, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button if you like what you see, man. Go on, hit that bell one time. Ding, ding, ding. And shoes. Go on, take it away.
All right, so I guess we go jump it off because Sean was telling me he ain't got a lot of time today, correct?
Yeah, man, that's my fault. I thought we was recording on Friday. I apologize.
Hey, let's motor through it then.
All right, we'll bet, Lou. Let's just jump it off.
Hey.
Let's just jump it off real quick.
Y'all might want to. Hey, and we don't own the rights to that music that's playing in the background.
Yeah, at all. Any music that plays in the background, we don't own the rights to. But
hey, with that Drizzy hitting though, that Drizzy hitting.
But
I don't know if we can upload it with the Drizzy playing. Can we upload the video?
I guess let's go ahead.
Hey, y'all gonna get flagged.
You wanna go?
Hey, we gotta stop. We're not gonna be able to upload this.
Yeah, y'all gonna get flagged.
Who's playing it?
That's me, bro. I'm gonna have to get out. I'm gonna miss this one, bro. I'm gonna miss this one. Y'all go hard for me, bro.
All right, bro.
Drake the best ever.
I can respect that.
What is my name, Jones? This is not a music podcast, but I disagree. Wait, what are you talking about? What are you talking about though? The best like artist, like overall, like his career, like what he do, or like how he make it?
He's the best at what he does.
Everything.
He's the best at. Hey, look,
he's the best. He's the best at doing him compared to the next person is the best at doing them.
I can respect that answer, bro.
I can respect it too.
That might be the best answer I've ever heard.
That is.
I'm trying to check, man.
I mean, but when you said that, one nigga completely like flashed in my mind real quick. That nigga Cole's really good at doing him. Really good.
Yeah,
he is.
But
how many times? How many times in the past 3 months have you listened to J. Cole?
You asking me? No. It's not none's not the answer for me, but you know me, Chris. Like, there's not an artist you can ask me about that I haven't listened to because I listened to it.
I'm gonna tell you, since the quarantine, I haven't listened to a lot of Cole. Like, and I like J. Cole. I think he's just.
Same.
I think he's up
phenomenal.
there in the echelon.
I think he's
phenomenal.
I could tell you that one reason why people probably have it, he ain't drop no shit, but that may not apply to y'all.
That too though.
But for me,
that's
like literally, y'all, like I was listening to ODB the other day, so I listen to everybody. Like I try to listen to as many artists. What?
Boy, listen to ODB.
Nigga, you don't like OD? Man, we ain't get into that, bro.
I don't really. I've never really just.
But ODB's only for a certain type of person. I'm not gonna lie, but that nigga
I ain't with that old nigga shit.
That nigga.
I ain't bumped ODB ever in my life. Ever.
Blues Most Wanted. That nigga messed with ODB.
Say ODB was hard, bro. All right, let's jump it up. We ain't talking about music. We talk about sports. So since since Sean left, we can go back in the order that we were going to go in before. So let's just jump it off real quick because recently the NFL is talking about the schedule came out today. I don't know if any of y'all have the schedule. Matt, if you're able to, you want to look that up for us if you don't already know it. You can go
I don't know it, but are the Texans and the Chiefs going to end up playing each other game one?
Yeah, they playing each other game one.
Hell yeah, that's a real.
Play on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's gonna be 77-12.
It might, but I'm still riding for these Texans.
Hey, you better than me, my brother. I can't do it no more, man. I can't do Billy O.
It ain't even about Billy O, man. And for the people, I'm just gonna tell you this: it ain't about Billy O. We all know he's a joke, but it's for the team that's repping for the city. That's really the only thing that I have to hope for. Like at the end of the day, we still got a quarterback, so we got hope. Like,
but he's not gonna want to. He's not gonna want to stay here though.
Yeah. Money is a big determinant.
Like, and
we gon'
pay
him. So true.
He gonna Andrew Luck this shit.
Yep, but
wait till that guarantee. Wait till that guarantee clear, and then I'm out of here.
Hey, and if that's the case, at least I got a couple of years of seeing a real quarterback. Like I suffered through the Tony Banks, through the Shane Rosenfeld, through the
Shane Rosenfeld threw a nice out route though.
I feel you, but we didn't win games.
Jeff, are you like a scout? This nigga gives niggas credit for having like certain abilities. That nigga like,
hey, threw a mini out route.
No, Shane got hard. He gonna always get love in the age, but it's not Watson. Like, man, we done seen some bad quarterbacks out here, bro. Like, as long as we got a quarterback, like he'll outlast Billy O. Like, I honestly think Billy O is gonna be done. So
all I'm gonna say is about the Cowboys.
I've been saying that since 2016.
I'm just gonna say
every
this
year
about,
he look up. Every year he look up and win 10 games out of nowhere, dog.
He's the luckiest. Bill O'Brien is the luckiest man in the world. People, think about how this man should go to Vegas and put at least half of his paycheck on one of the other colors. He gets Andrew Luck gets injured in a season. And then the Jacksonville Jaguars just totally implode. It took It took Tennessee Titans almost 3 years to realize to hand the ball to Derrick Henry. Like,
yeah.
3 years. Like, bro, listen to this, bro. It gets crazier. Chuck Pagano gets cancer.
It's true though. It's true.
Like, bro, this dude is Peyton Manning's neck is like just randomly infused and broken. Like, this man done had the luckiest run of any person
of all time.
Like,
but then
this shit is crazy.
But what make it so bad is that the nigga would start the season 1-4, 0-3. Like, and I'm just thinking, yes, we finally about to get rid of this nigga. Then he run off 6 straight, and I'd be so mad.
-6.
Oh shit. Well, I'll say this: Texans, y'all got y'all's own issues. As far as
can I say one thing to get us on track? I don't mind the draft we made, bro. I think that defensive tackle. My fault.
There's one more team in Texas that we need to talk about. I know you three Houstonians like to avoid this topic, but seeing as though Jason Garrett is gone, I'll take this moment to try to let the people know your favorite Cowboys fan is back, bitch. Jason Garrett was like a monkey on my back, and that nigga's gone. I'm talking 16-0. Actually, no, we're not talking about 16-0. Let me be realistic. We're going to find out in the first 3 games if that going to get paid or not. Because they got to jump it off against the Rams. You just lost Travis Frederick. So, Aaron Donald, Pickaboo, he about to be in your ass. Then we got the Falcons. The Falcons always play really good in the first, 4 games of the season every year until they fall off. And then the third game
– they be getting hurt.
And then the third game's against every defensive coordinator's favorite quarterback, Russell Wilson. So, I mean, we're going to find out pretty quick. Actually, if I go through the whole thing, let me go through the whole thing since I'm back.
Don't go through it. Go through the Texans schedule and the Cowboys schedule. Start with the Cowboys.
Yeah, so if I go through it, we're going to see the Cowboys schedule is not a weak one. And then after the Seahawks, we got the Browns. You got the Giants.
Wait. First 3. Can I assign a dub? Can we assign some dubs?
I'll let y'all can do that. Y'all can do that. Because Cowboys Nation, they all dubs for me. I'm just going to let you know.
Sorry.
Y'all going undefeated?
Nah, hell nah, man. Come on now. Now, realistically.
So what's the first game?
It's crazy. Y'all doing all this offseason to go 6-10.
Boy, you crazy. And I'm gonna tell you why you're crazy in just a second. The first game is against the Rams. Honestly,
I got y'all winning that.
What you got, Matt?
Y'all at home?
No, we are in LA. New stadium in LA.
Yeah.
I respect that, Matt. I'll tell you why when it's my pick. Go ahead, Jeff.
Come back to me. Let me think of something.
You think the Cowboys gonna win or lose?
I think the Cowboys are gonna win, and part of my thinking into that is like typically I will bet against a team flying across country, but the one thing I think the Cowboys have in their favor that I mean I'm sure a lot of the betting public does know, but a lot of it probably don't, is they train in California, so they'll be. It's not that it's a home game; their bodies won't have to adjust. So they'll be ready to play game. Theoretically, I believe like they should be ready to play game one. I think they're just a better roster than LA.
I think the Cowboys.
You think they're a better roster right now? Because now that you said all of that, I'm thinking about it. I might pick LA to win game one.
See, I would think that the thrill of having your new stadium, all that kind of stuff is open again.
I just think the way that last year ended too, that fresh energy. I mean, like people are real down on Sean McVay, like not realizing
they're gonna be cold. He's 41. He gonna have a full year of Jalen Ramsey, so they're gonna be cold. But I do think that the monkey that's been on my back and the elephant in the room is, are the Cowboys really gonna be that good without Jason Garrett? And I think the answer is yes. We've seen in the past that teams have a coach that you do not believe can get the job done, and they just don't look that good. Browns. Then you put in a coach that can really coach, and it looks totally different. We'll see if the Browns change it. But as far as the Cowboys are concerned, Mike McCarthy, whatever the fuck, this man takes a sip of my shit.
But are the Cleveland Browns changing?
They are going to change. I'll tell you, they are going to change. They are. The reason why I use them as an example is it's going to be prediction later on. The reason why I think the Cowboys better watch out when they play them, but they're going to be totally different. But the Cowboys are going to win that game because the coaching is going to be far superior, and the players are going to be motivated. And the motivated Ezekiel Elliott is dubs. I need to talk about the passing game. Everybody's talking about CeeDee Lamb in the passing game. It's going to be dope.
I love that pick. I love that CeeDee Lamb pick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's dope.
All right, what's y'all second game?
The second game's against the Falcons.
I got y'all with another. Where at? In Atlanta?
No, that is in Dallas.
I got another dub.
I can get y'all that one.
Yeah, I got Dallas. On that one, 28-12.
I'm gonna give us the dub, but Julio Jones is gonna go nuts.
I was just about to say that Julio gonna have 120 though.
He gonna go nuts. There's no Byron Jones.
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna have 120.
The first game's gonna be against the Rams, and I don't think the Rams really. I mean, Cooper Kupp is cold, but they don't really have a guy that makes you go, "Oh my God, Cooper Kupp's just gonna catch a lot of balls." But Julio's gonna do some things to our cornerbacks that's gonna make them learn. I got the Cowboys winning that game, and the reason why I have the Cowboys winning these games early in the season, Zeke is gonna be fresh. All this passing talk, y'all can tell me all about it. Well, they gonna make you put 8 in the box. And when you put 8 in the box, that's when CeeDee Lamb's going to become a star, Chris. Then the next game is against the Seahawks.
L.
Seahawks in Seattle?
Yes.
Oh, it's in Seattle?
Yeah, it's in Seattle.
I didn't care where it was, bro. That's an L.
I didn't either, but I'm saying that's just going to make the score a little bit different than how I was going to put it.
I think it could be in Seattle. It could be like one of them 27, 24, 21 kind of games. Dallas is like Seattle always have trouble stopping people, but I just think Russell Wilson will beat them. Like it don't matter where they play at.
Yeah, because Russell Wilson top 3.
Top 3 for sure. Maybe top 2, top 1.
Who? Go ahead, Matt.
Makes sense.
What's up?
Russell Wilson up there.
Yeah, man. Now he's cold.
Easy.
Win or dub for the Cowboys.
What you got, Matt? I'll go after you.
Wait, what's the next one?
Seahawks, Cowboys.
Oh yeah, I took the Seahawks.
All right.
I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna take the Cowboys because I think the Cowboys are gonna slip up, like we always do. They're gonna win this game because for the very reasons is because it is Russell Wilson. We have kind of like a rivalry with them. And I believe the last time we played was that playoff game, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
We played the year after that, correct? And Earl Thomas embarrassed us, right?
Oh,
was that the same year? Was that
Tell them niggas to come get him?
Yeah, was that the same year?
You tell Jerry Jones to come get him? He got to pick that game too?
Matt, you did encyclopedia. Was that the same year or the next year?
That was the same year.
Okay, so
That was the same
I
year.
will say that's the last time he played him. And either Russell Wilson did go hard, but I do think that the Cowboys do know how to beat them. And they were beating them with Garrett, so I think they'll be able to beat them.
And that's, hey, bro, I do want to say this, bro. Like, y'all give, like, Mike McCarthy better go out there and go 16-0, bro. Because it's like, when y'all lose a game,
he better.
It's Jason Garrett's fault.
He better.
But like, it's like everything was Garrett's fault. Like, it's like, man.
And he's not going to go 16-0, but I have a feeling that he's going to do a hell of a job.
But this is the question I asked. Like, why couldn't it be that Jason Garrett had a good hit and his staff had a good game plan for Russell Wilson? Because if you want to be technical, Mike McCarthy out there in Seattle, them niggas wasn't beating.
But that's what
Green
I
Bay
just said. But no,
Seattle.
but listen to what I said, though. I said that, and we were beating them with Jason Garrett. That means whatever game plan he developed, it worked. I think low of him as a coach. Yes, I don't think of him as a good coach. But if he was able to develop a game plan that could beat Russell Wilson, then I believe Mike McCarthy and his staff will be able to develop a game plan to beat Russell Wilson.
And this is my question. Based off of what evidence? He played against Russell. He coached against Russell Wilson and his staff in Green Bay, and they didn't beat him most of the time.
Didn't they beat him? Didn't that rivalry go back and forth?
Nah, they were beating. That's why Aaron Rodgers don't like Russell Wilson. He kept taking the L.
I don't think he took an L every time. He might have, though. But
I ain't gonna say every time.
If he does,
Mary on them.
But I get what you're saying. But I do trust it. I think that the coaching staff.
Green Bay ruined Aaron Rodgers' career.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers hit them with the Hail Mary that year, Matt. You're right. But what happened in the playoffs that same year? That was right after the Dez catch thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Like, bro, and just to go into a bigger cosmos, in the last 10 years,
I'm gonna say
which team that made the Super Bowl more times? Which team that made the playoffs?
But I'm gonna say this though: which team didn't have its coach and its quarterback fighting? He's not coming to Dallas fighting with his quarterback. Like Aaron Rodgers is cold.
Nah, I respect it.
He's cold as I don't know what. But Aaron Rodgers is his second coach he got. And this nigga wants him out. And if y'all recall, him and Dan LaFleur were supposed to be friends. When he first hired him, they were like, he was like, I believe Aaron Rodgers said, we're friends. So you know what I'm saying? Like, and now Dan LaFleur, his friend. That's like me coming to coach you, Chris, and then after a season coaching you saying, nah, my nigga, I can't do this. Like, nah, we can play poker, bro, but you can't coach. You can't be the quarterback of my team. And then and things that Aaron Rodgers was doing, even though he's super cold, like he was changing plays. That's not going to do it. Because Dak realized bro, he got to win to get paid.
Hey, look, but I will say this:
take his money.
I'm not mad at you for thinking y'all will win that. I just don't think y'all will beat Seattle.
I do because I think the Cowboys are going to lose games they shouldn't.
I think they'll beat Seattle. It just depends on how the first two games went.
I think they're going to start out hot, and then they're going to let one slip. And I'm going to tell you, they're going to let one slip that they shouldn't.
All right, so what's the next game?
The next game is the Browns.
I got y'all winning.
I can give it to you, bro. I don't like Baker Mayfield, so.
We should win this game, correct?
Yeah, I got y'all winning that game.
Cowboys going to lose.
Yeah.
Cowboys going to lose. You know why?
They do play down to their competition.
They play down to their competition, and it's only week 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's week 4.
Week 4.
You got 4 weeks in, and your back 4 is a rookie from Alabama, a third-year player in Chidobe Awuzie, and then you have a guy you just slotted in Jordan Lewis, who I believe is going to be super cold. But unless in the first 2 games they show that they're going to be an elite defensive backfield, then you got guys like Jarvis Landry. You got guys the likes of Odell Beckham. You got David Njoku. And then you got Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. So, or just Nick Chubb. Is Kareem Hunt still there?
Yeah, he's still there.
Okay. And so, with all that offense and the fact that I believe the Cowboys front 7 is going to be dope, but we still don't know. Alden Smith was a case before he came back. You know what I'm saying? So, we don't know. He all intentions say if he plays the way we're gonna have the best, one of the best D lines in football.
I think the biggest benefit y'all have playing Cleveland so early, bro, is even if y'all don't get this issue with Dak resolved, Kellen Moore and Dak done work together, so they'll be able to make a good transition.
But do you know
Cleveland is learning a whole new playbook, bro.
They are
I just don't trust Baker Mayfield. Like
they are.
I'm not,
Well, I mean, here's what I have to say. I was listening to some people talk about him. They were like, if you really look at like his stats and how he played, he had up, down, and they're like, he had an issue where his main receiver target had an injury. Odell was gonna have surgery. The coach was an idiot. Like Chris, I don't think that you really. I think that you know that coaches need to coach, but I don't think you know how much like that means. Like, well, you do, but sometimes you be like, man, fuck it, the players got to play. Like, nah, bro. Like, if the coaching sucks, like it sucks. And Freddie Kitchens was not a good coach, and this guy that they brought in.
I'm not saying that Freddie Kitchens is a good coach. I'm saying that everybody knowing when the pocket breaks down, you gonna go to your left or to your right, like that type of stuff.
Okay, but if you go to your right, you can't go to your right because your nigga hurt. Odell hurt. You can't go to the right. The left is everybody else, and then they even say he never and this hey, you can say I've watched more Baker Mayfield than everybody. I think you can agree, Chris.
Nah, you haven't. He ain't played in Oklahoma, but for like 2 years.
Okay, and I didn't watch him. I wasn't watching him at Texas. You were watching who? Okay. So
we wasn't watching Texas Tech, bro. Let's keep.
Bro, who watches? I'm not the Big 12 watcher. I don't watch almost every Big 12 game I can.
I didn't say you didn't, bro, but I'm just saying.
I was watching.
He didn't even play at Tech. That's why he left.
No, I'm saying okay. So if he didn't play at Tech, I watched him when he did play. I watched him when he did get some PT. Because I watched random ass Big 12 games, and then he gets transferred to my school. So I watch every one of his games while he's at the school that I fucking watch. So therefore, when I say I've watched more than everybody, yes, nigga, I have. Because you haven't watched more Oklahoma than me, have you?
Nah.
No. So therefore, yes, I have watched more than everybody in this chat.
So who you got winning? You got the Cowboys.
I got the Browns. That's the game the Cowboys gonna drop.
All right. So what's the next game?
The next game. Keep going. The next game is gonna be the Giants.
They dubbing that.
Yes, the Giants are trying to get another pick.
But it don't even matter when the Giants good. For some reason, the Cowboys be beating
That's
them.
an L.
Unless it's the last game of the season.
The Cowboys gonna beat them.
Yeah, the Cowboys gonna win. I give them a dub there. I got them at 4-1 at this point.
All right.
4-1.
Yeah. That's what we have them like right now. You done your pick. What you got them in?
I know. I got them low key at 4-1 too. I'm pretty bad about this shit.
What happened? Then you used to like the Cowboys. What happened?
Yeah, I used to like the Cowboys, man, but they did.
Traitor.
Nah, it really pissed me off, bro. How they did Romo, man.
Say, bro, I'm with you on that. You know I got the jersey.
It's true because real talk, man. We really get to underappreciate how good of a quarterback Romo is because of how bullshit Dallas was them years for Romo. And then when they finally do what he needed, he get that collarbone. And honestly, I think the Cowboys would have won the Super Bowl the year that they let Dak play. I think they should just let Romo play that year.
That's a good one. We'll save that one for another pod because that's a good one. That's a good one. No, you can go for days about that. Like we can take us out because I have reason on top of reason why we would have won the Super Bowl that year if Romo would have been healthy.
Like I got like that was
all I gotta say is Dak was a 3rd round pick and he got a bye. Nigga, Romo with Zeke. Okay, anyway.
That was the year I had to let them boys go, man.
So we got them at 4.
Let them go.
We got them at 4-1 right now.
They pissed me off too long. Too long, man.
And the next game, I think is going to give one of the most electrifying performances in a loss because the Cowboys are going to win. It's the Cardinals. But the Cardinals are coming to Dallas, which that means who gets to come home. And you know what Kyler Murray do when he play football in Texas.
Yeah, I think y'all going to lose that one.
he don't lose that one.
I don't think we're going to lose. I don't think we're going to lose. I don't think we're going to lose.
You is.
I think y'all going to lose.
And that's going to be on Monday. That's going to be on Monday night. That's Monday night.
Hop back in Texas and Murray back in Texas. They're going to go nuts on y'all.
I think by this time in the year, people are going to realize that when you do put 8 in the box, we have a guy wearing number 88 now that's going to destroy you in every way possible. Like, I think, like, a lot of the talk.
Only thing I fear for CD is that when Amari Cooper start doing that disappearing shit, they gonna start putting the number one on. They gonna starting the game.
But
off
why
putting
does
the
it?
number
Why
one.
does Amari? And I agree with y'all because like he does the disappearing shit. But why? Because you put a number one on him. So I mean, so when he starts doing that disappearing shit, CD gonna be going off. They gonna
but my
switch him,
thing
and
is,
then Amari gonna be happy again.
But would you want to hurt your rookie like what if he going to number one? Like what if they gotta have Patrick Peterson guard him and Patrick Peterson
I don't think CeeDee Lamb's gonna be scared of that. That's just something that he's gonna have to learn how to deal with.
I'm just saying breaking the rookie confidence like that.
Again,
man.
Honestly,
but again, this is coming.
In my honest opinion, I think CeeDee Lamb gonna ball too because he's playing on the same field as Hop.
Again, I just because he, what school he went to, I'm just gonna let you know, Jeff. The kid is ready. I don't think that's gonna be.
Are you ready?
I don't think
I'm just.
problem.
Hey, Rick, I'm just looking at.
Because I know you watch Oklahoma that, so that's why.
I'm just looking at that game, bro. Like a dude who said he wanted to wear number 10 for DeAndre Hopkins. Like,
no, but
he playing against DeAndre Hopkins. He gonna turn up that game.
But
He gonna turn up that game.
Someone said something really dope. I read it somewhere that they were like, okay, he has a way of getting like loose from tackles and he's fast but don't look fast. But was it Big 12 tackling or was it like what's gonna happen when he has
I shot him in the head.
I do think being in the Big 12 benefited him, but I still think he's still an elite player. Like,
I think he's gonna be amazing. But I do think that as long as the DB on the other, like that's what I agree with y'all. Chris, Jeff, Matt, you might have said it too. Yes, Amari did shrink against Stephon Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore don't play for all the teams. Like against everybody else, that thing was cold.
It's whenever he's not at home. Did you watch against the Bears?
Yeah, he sucks on the road.
Yeah. But you know what? This
is the issue about the
who
NFL.
The Bears got? The Bears' number one D back is Eddie Jackson. He is safety.
Hey, Russ, the issue you run into with football, bro, especially during a quarantine, is all of these defensive coordinators are just sitting at home.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
So they're watching film, so they know why he shrunk.
Again, that's why I sit here and say, man, Zeke.
Moving on. What's the next game?
The next game,
I got him at 4-2.
The next game is gonna be the Redskins. I'm at 5-1.
All right.
The
Redskins.
Yeah, and we don't even have to talk about that one.
Yeah, I got y'all taking a L.
Oh my God!
I give
to the Skins.
7-2.
Never.
To the Skins.
Never.
They bye week in week 9.
Where y'all playing? Where y'all playing them at?
This is in Washington. What'd you say?
Yeah, I got y'all taking an L that game.
What'd you say, Matt?
Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. That's a good game to bet on.
Cowboys.
Yep.
You said what?
Their bye week is in week 9. So I give them a 7-2 or 6-3 up until that point.
What you got against the team in Washington?
Against Washington?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a dub.
In Washington.
That's gonna be a dub.
I got dub. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna tell you straight up like this. I could break it down, but I really don't hate. Y'all know I don't hate on a lot of players or teams, but there are like 3 teams that I absolutely hate in life. The Texas A&M Aggies, the Washington team in Washington because they racist and they need to change their name and they suck and they ruin players. And that's about it. Washington. I hate Washington.
I got a hot take about that Washington name too.
Hey, look,
they gonna lose. Just because they Washington.
Hey, look, this is my only logic behind Washington, bro. They got a defensive-minded coach who got a bunch of players on the front four who can get after the quarterback, and I think they're gonna get after it this year, bro. I don't think Washington gonna be just terrible.
They are because they're Washington. But you know what? I hate Washington.
Hey, shout out Darryl Green, baby. Won a championship.
He cold, but you know what? There was one thing wrong with him.
Man, lucky as hell that I had that little footprint shit.
So,
all right, what's the next game? After
that footprint shit, found that nigga who was in the building with us.
Next game is going to be the Eagles at Philly.
Philly taking that dub.
I got y'all taking another L. At this point, I got y'all 4-3.
Because this where the season turn, always.
The first game
when it started to get a little cold. When it started to get a little cold, what's this, October?
This is November 1st.
Yep. See?
Yep, I got y'all losing that. That's 4-3, I think.
Back-to-back losses. Yep. All right, go ahead. Matt?
Yeah, I got Philly taking that.
I got Philly.
Philly.
These ain't your daddy's Cowboys, man. They gonna win the first one in Philly.
In Philly?
All right.
In Philly. I'm telling y'all, the culture change is going to make a difference for these guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I got y'all taking an L.
And because I don't even know if Carson Wentz will be playing. We might be playing against Jalen Hurts by that time.
Hey, look, if Carson Wentz don't play, y'all definitely gonna take an L. Hey,
that's that Washington. That's that Washington bias I got working on you. On the other side,
I got y'all at 4-3 right now, losing to Washington, Philly, and the Browns. No, I didn't have y'all losing to the Browns.
I have us at 6-1. 6-1. Right?
See, I'm outside the door.
Yeah, 6-1.
Yeah, I got y'all at 4-3.
All right, so now the next is going to
who
be
after Philly?
It's going to be the Steelers, and they're coming to Dallas.
Dallas got that dub.
That is another dub.
I can get out a dub.
I got a L to Philly.
Unless the Steelers sign Cam Newton.
I mean, to the Steelers. Hey, look, I saw Mike Tomlin go out there with some fourth stringers and go 8-8. So at this point, unless Ben Roethlisberger is hurt, and even if he hurt, y'all still might lose. I'm not betting against Mike Tomlin. I got y'all losing there.
All right. 4-4 it is. What you got, Matt? You said the Cowboys or Steelers?
Yeah, I get a Cowboys on.
I'm going with the Cowboys, as they are supposed to be a powerhouse. So I did go with them. But they're not going to go undefeated. They're going to lose more than one game. But this isn't the win.
Yeah, they ain't going undefeated. That's crazy.
No, they're not. But this isn't the win.
I got y'all at 4-4. What's the next one?
The next game is the Vikings. And we are playing in Minnesota.
That's another L.
That one, to me, is an L. I think the Vikings have our number.
They going to run that rock down your throat like I said they was last year. They going to run that rock down
I don't know if it's going to be that, but I do think they just can beat us. I think that's a team that has your number. I don't want to play the Vikings in the playoffs. The Vikings do have the Cowboys number as far as like just the last couple times we played them. They just they dog us. And Rudolph was run it and then throw it high to Rudolph and watch him off somebody. That's basically what's their game plan. I think that Kirk Cousins is gonna have an amazing year. I think Kirk Cousins is gonna have a fucking awesome year.
I hate to say this, bro, but having Gary Kubiak in their offensive coordinator or whatever he is, I know what they're gonna do to y'all, bro, and it's just hard to stop, man. I give Gary Kubiak that, bro. Like that Denver, that tree. Like, that shit is hard to stop. And I know they're going to come running the ball down y'all throat again.
I'll be happy if we win, but I won't be thinking that it will happen just from the last time I saw the Vikings coming.
Well, that's 4-5 for me.
Yeah, you're full of shit. But next game is the Redskins, and this time the Redskins are coming to Dallas.
That's a dub.
I'll give them that one over the Redskins.
Yeah, that's a dub.
Yes, I also have a dub that sits at. I am at 8-2. Chris is and I am the extreme one way, and Chris is probably at what 5-5.
5-4.
5-4. Well, 5-4. Wait.
Yeah, because week 9 is their bye week, ain't it?
Yep, you said week 9 was their bye week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm at
6-3.
I'm at 7-2. My bad. 7-2.
All right. So they have a bye. You don't lose on a bye. What's up?
I'm extreme. I'm extreme. Chris is full of shit, and Matt sounds like he's right on schedule. All right. So
fall off towards the end of the year. They like to get your hopes up first.
So then the next game after that one is going to be the Ravens.
That's an L.
I got y'all winning that one.
I don't know. This is a tough one. Even though I actually want to say L, but something tells me the fact that we should lose this game, they're gonna get live and go out there and beat the shit out the Ravens.
Y'all shouldn't.
Yeah,
reason
you know how the games are.
Shouldn't.
Matt, you of all people know how those games are, because when the Denver Broncos came up into Houston and got it done, they had no reason to win it. No reason to win it. But what they do? They just got live and got it done.
Hey,
so
you Matt, and I know you respect football. The Cowboys coming off of a bye. Like theoretically, I don't bet against teams coming off of a bye. You should win that game.
Man, but they usually start off slow.
I think that they'll win that game.
That's after week 9, coming off of a bye. You should win coming off of a bye. I'm gonna give it to them, but I'm not saying I'm just saying that they should win that game.
I'm saying that I don't think that they should win. I think the Ravens are. I think them niggas cold. Like I think that they're about to unleash hell on the league this year.
I do too, to be honest.
Like they got faster in the draft. Like
go look up Lamar stats in that playoff loss.
Like they gonna go in, but
they'll keep some.
I will say that I think that even though the Cowboys look like everybody will bet against them, I think that one will actually win.
I think they'll win. I got y'all at 6-4 right now.
So right now I'm at 8-2. I think they will win that game.
Yeah, see, I'm at 6-4.
The next game is against Joe Exotic, baby. The Bengals.
They'll win now.
Where y'all playing them at?
The Tiger King. We playing the Tiger King. Where he live? In the Tiger King Palace.
I think y'all gonna lose that game.
You think it's gonna be his rookie moment?
Nah,
yeah,
I low key on the sneak that I think the Bengals is gonna be like, I think they're gonna go 9-7 or some shit.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be good, and the Browns are gonna be bad again. Me personally,
I think the Browns are actually gonna be good.
No, it's just that's how the NFL works, man. Like
it don't. Yeah, it's crazy like that. In typical sit, like you get AJ Green on a contract year.
That's what I'm saying. Everything can work together. They all gel with Zach Taylor, the coach. Like
I think they're gonna be a shot. I think they'll beat y'all there. I got y'all at 6-5.
Think about the offensive weapons they got. Just look at offense, and they had a solid defense last year.
Yeah,
and they drafted defensive players.
I think that the Cowboys are going to win that game. I don't think they're losing.
Right on.
We're saying that, huh?
Yeah, I don't think that the Cowboys are going to lose to the Bengals. At this point in the season, at this point in the season, even though Matt says you got to get your hopes up, they're going to fall off, this is one of the games to get your hopes up. Like this is one of the games to get your hopes up. They're going to win this game. And I think that at this point, like I said, they're 9-2. Like I said, they're not going to just lose 1 or 2 games. The next game, the next week, San Francisco comes to town. I'll go ahead and start it off. That's where I have the L covered. I think that San Francisco going to beat us.
They're not fast enough to play with San Fran.
Yeah. Actually, Matt, you know what? I think that this is the game where they have to play. You know those games you got to play and lose to learn how to play one of them teams? This is going to be one of the games for the Cowboys. They're going to lose, they're going to fight, and then later on, it's going to pay off for them.
Hey, look, I
just don't think they're dynamic enough to play with San Francisco.
We don't know that yet. We don't know how dynamic they do.
Very true. Very true.
What they're going to do. And I think that right there is no longer going to be true about dynamic. Because I think we are going to be very dynamic.
I think so. That's only if they play CD Lamb like how 49ers play. What's that young boy they had?
A real big reason why I'm high on McCarthy is when before Aaron Rodgers was this level of superstar is when he won his Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? We just knew he had that talent. And since then, McCarthy was coaching a team and getting a team to the playoffs with like one guy. You know what I'm saying? Like now he's gonna have true weapons.
He's finally gonna have a squad.
He's gonna have true like those plays he was running for those guys, they get you 5, 10, 15 yards, and with Aaron Rodgers, you might get a touchdown. With the dudes he got in Dallas, he's like, these motherfuckers supposed to score touchdowns. Yeah, like I'm not throwing to a guy that would get cut by another team if he.
I truly hate how they Rodgers, man. That's a waste of a career.
Who?
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
Green Bay. They wasted his career, man.
I think he helped though. After with all this that comes out, I think he helped. He's dope, but I think he helped.
I'm talking about all the years.
Hey, the Cowboys are gonna take an L to the 49ers in my book. That'll put y'all at 6-6 for me.
All right, you got 6-6. I'm at.
I think I got 7-3, low key. I think I said 7. I think I'm at 7-3.
I'm at 9-3.
I mean, not 7-3. 7-5.
There's 12 games played.
Yeah. I think I'm at 7-5.
I'm at 9-3.
I can't lie to you about the 49ers. I think again, that's that Gary Kubiak tree, and they're gonna come out there and just run the ball down y'all throat and hit y'all with play action. It's just hard to stop, bro.
And that's where I say, like, I don't think that. I think you'll see a change. I think you'll
in a
see a change.
in a perfect world, D-Law, Alden Smith, who else they waiting on out the drug program?
Randy Gregory.
And if all of them really work out and they be B to A's, man, that D line gonna be solid.
But that's the thing, bro. Like that running, like I'm not saying y'all wrong, but my only
it's too many ifs, huh? It's too many ifs.
It's not even the ifs. Like if they are working in prime mode, their aggression is going to cause them to not be able to stop San Francisco and Minnesota. Like they run that zone scheme, bro.
I think
that zone scheme is very hard to stop, bro.
But you know what? Those teams,
and you don't play it every week, bro.
But also you don't. But those teams don't win every game they play. And that offense has been shut down.
Can I ask you a question, Russ? Like, no, they haven't won every game they played, but think of this: in the last few seasons, the 49ers won just about every game they played. The Minnesota Vikings have won just about every game they played. When he was in Atlanta, they won. When they were in Atlanta, they won just about every game they played. If you think back to the Houston Texans, bro, when the year all of our players didn't get hurt, we went 12-4. Like, I'm not saying that it's going to win a Super Bowl.
I know.
I'm saying if you don't play it on a weekly basis, it's hard to stop.
Okay, but that makes my point. You don't play it on a weekly basis, and it's hard to stop. And that same offense was the offense that couldn't keep a 28-3 lead. That same offense is wait. I let you go. That same offense that you talk about that runs the ball, that same offense was not able to keep a lead in San Francisco during the Super Bowl. That same
and they lost.
It's a cold offense. I'm telling you, it's a cold offense, but the offense only works to a point. And I'm telling you that I don't believe that it will be. I don't believe that it's just this. It's great offense, but I just don't think that
the one and what you said supports what I think. Coming off of a bye and having time, yes, it's beatable. I'm just saying when you going from playing the Philadelphia Eagles one week and playing the Redskins and playing a bunch of teams who don't run that, it's very easy to get beat one week in a regular season game where you're not really as prepared as you would be in a playoff game.
Well, I said they would lose. I said they would lose to the 49ers.
But I got y'all taking the L there.
I don't think it's
going to lose to the 49ers. What's next?
The next one is going to be the Eagles coming to Texas.
I got y'all winning.
Dub. Cowboys dub. That's 8 for me. They're 8-4 right now.
I got them at 7-6.
I got the Cowboys winning that one. I believe that is 10-3.
Matt,
I get the Cowboys that one.
Yeah,
the game might mean something, so they'll try to, like I said, get your hopes up.
Oh wait, no, 9-4. I got them losing again.
Get your hopes up.
Get your hopes.
They sure do that, man.
They got after Philly.
They gonna beat Philly because as much as people talk about us in Philly, we do beat the News.
Nah, that's what I say. Y'all be beating Philly. That's why. That's why
the next game is Giants.
I got y'all beating them too. So y'all at what? I had y'all at 7-6. So 8-6.
You missing one, but yeah, you missing one because there's only one game left, and that's the Giants.
Well, then I had y'all at.
Because mine ends in 12-4.
Well, I might have y'all at 8-8. That's what I thought y'all were gonna be, like 8-8.
Well, 12-4 is what I finish at, with a commanding lead in the NFC East.
I got y'all winning the NFC East at like 8-8, 9-7.
I think it's 12-4, and they're gonna do what they should do.
I'll give y'all 10 games. I'll give you a 10-game season.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind saying 10-6.
That's a lot of wins.
It is, but now looking at their schedule, reading it out loud.
For a brand new coach,
12-4,
coming off of a quarantine where they don't get to have a typical training camp.
That's
but I'm thinking about that.
Harder.
I'm thinking about that in combination with the schedule. That schedule is not that good.
I don't think.
And I think
that's just that good.
And of course,
I think the Cowboys and the Texans are gonna have about the same season.
Well, speaking of which,
10-6.
The first
10
game.
6.
Nah, you giving them more wins.
10.
So we have 12-4. We have 12-4 for me. We have Matt at 10-6. We have Chris at 8-8. And Jeff, what are you with the Cowboys?
10-6.
10-6. There we have it. Playoffs, anybody? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Playoff.
Yeah.
I got them making the playoff. I just don't think that division is gonna be that great.
All right. So next up, we have the Texans schedule. Texans and Chiefs.
Chiefs by a landslide.
I'm not gonna say by landslide, but the Chiefs are definitely
landslide.
I ain't gonna say by landslide, but I just don't think we can beat them.
I think the Chiefs are definitely gonna win that game.
I say by landslide because they're gonna get their rings and shit that same night. Biracial Jesus is gonna be looking at everybody and they're gonna be screaming and shit at the crowd. And it's just gonna be, man, then Tyreek Hill's gonna catch a 60-yard bomb.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs too. And when I watch these niggas play, I also drink Douce. Holla at me. But you know what I'm saying? Yes, I do have the Chiefs winning that game. I think we all have them winning that game. Like you said, they're just gonna be on a high. They're gonna be ready.
41-12.
Damn.
Watch.
No, actually, you know what, Jeff? I don't think that it's gonna be a game like that. I think it's gonna be a game where you ever seen those games where the quarterback goes super hard, but it doesn't relate to points, and like he gets blown out? Maybe about 42. I was thinking more like maybe like a 38-21 type of game, and Watson throws all over the field, but
I think Watson's gonna. I still think Watson's gonna ball. I think it's gonna be a competitive game.
All because don't get me wrong. All because I'm saying the score like that. Go look at Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl against what's it called? Against Seattle. He threw for like 350. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was garbage time. I don't think it's gonna be garbage time.
I think it's gonna be garbage time because I think the Chiefs gonna be up 17 in the first 6 minutes.
Damn.
So we got them 0-1.
And I can't even call you crazy for that. We all got 0-1 across the board. I can't call you crazy. Yeah. The Chiefs are amazing, bro. Like, the Chiefs
amazing.
The Chiefs are amazing. The Chiefs
we gotta follow up with the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah,
Baltimore cold too. That's why I think Baltimore about to run.
And you know,
I
think this is gonna be one of those instances. You know how like the Cowboys got rid of Dez and the first start of the season was just shit. Like it was just like everybody hated the Cowboys. Y'all got rid of D-Hop and the morale is just gonna
That's what I'm saying. I think they're gonna be better. I think the Texans gonna be better later in the year, after the 5th game.
So they got the Ravens week 2.
Yeah.
Yes, and they're gonna get thrashed in that one too.
I think Matt might agree with me. I think this is gonna be week 2 of the Ravens showing. Ain't no shame in losing to the Ravens.
Oh, it's gonna hurt.
We cold, bro. That team is loaded, dog. All right, and so
what's week 3?
Week 3 is the Steelers. I think y'all win that game.
I got us winning that one.
And where's that though?
It's in Pittsburgh, but I don't think that's gonna matter to Deshaun Watson after going 0-2.
No, I don't think it's gonna matter just because of the time of year it is too.
Yeah.
Give it a season.
All right. So while we got 1 and 2 right now.
1 and 2.
The next game, okay, Chris. Let's see how biased you are. The next game we got is the Vikings.
Where they play at?
In Houston.
In Houston, I got us taking an L.
1 and 3.
Y'all go. Yeah, this is gonna be funny. I actually have y'all beating them. The reason being is I think that that game is gonna be one of those QB, who's the better QB kind of things. And I think Deshaun's gonna be like my team's gonna win.
And I think you're way off, but I'm not gonna disagree because that is a good point. I think that game is gonna be called revenge, and you shouldn't have fired me. So I'm gonna come and we're gonna run this ball down your throat like we did to those niggas up.
Bro, you got the Vikings in the Super Bowl. Just say it. You got the Vikings in the Super Bowl.
No, I don't.
Run their way to the bowl. Who gonna beat them?
I don't.
We're gonna go to the Vikings game for shits and giggles next.
I don't have them in the Super Bowl. I don't have them in the Super Bowl, but I'm just saying. I think that Gary Kubiak.
They're gonna be scared.
They are.
I think Gary Kubiak coming to Houston.
Barring injury, that team is really good. All right, next game.
You robbed me.
Right now we're looking at. I got them at 2.
It's all good. That shit was funny.
I got them at 2.
I got them at 1 and 3.
1 and 3. So everybody in Houston has them at 1 and 3.
Yes. Yep.
Would this have anything to do with the fact that you hope that you're 1 and 3 so that y'all get rid of Billy O?
No. I'm going off of what I think off of the games that we
No,
play, bro.
I seriously think this is gonna be exactly like every other year. That's why I got them at 1-3.
Oh yeah.
All right,
They're gonna go 10-6.
The next one is the Jaguars. That's a dub.
Dub.
Because the Jaguars ain't trying to win no game.
At
It's gonna be a dub.
Yeah, that's 2-3.
Bro, you know how you know
But
really how I know? Like I know
It's
that
gonna be an annoying win too, though. They're gonna win by
Yep.
like 6.
I know like my man.
I don't think they're gonna win by 6, but I think it's gonna be one of them games where we're gonna leave a lot of points on the field.
Yeah.
Man, that team
I think we're gonna Jacksonville tanking.
I've never seen a team that even though y'all said the thing that made me know that I realized they are tanking is they have a quarterback. And they're performing and moving around like a team that didn't have a quarterback. And it doesn't matter if you think Gardner Minshew's gonna be super cold or not. They're making moves like a team that doesn't have anything on the roster. And I'm sitting over like,
they got more than a quarterback, but they trying to get Trevor Lawrence, and they're not gonna beat us next year. But I got us at 2-3 at this point.
Next game, y'all are going to Nashville.
That's an L.
I believe that's an L because I believe the Titans are actually gonna flex some muscle. Henry's gonna show. I think Henry's gonna have damn near MVP season.
I don't even think it's gonna be on Henry.
Better pick him on fantasy.
We stopped the run pretty well. I don't think that's gonna be the issue. I just don't think we can outcoach Braves.
Okay.
Not out there.
Keeping track of your records. What's everybody got their record at? I'm at 3-2.
I'm at 2-3.
I'm at 3-2.
Lost.
All right. Next one is the Green Bay Packers are coming to Houston.
Dub.
I have another dub because I think this year is going to be the beginning of the end for Aaron Rodgers.
Too. Right. And I think Aaron Rodgers gonna ask for a trade, and he's gonna go to either the Raiders or the what's them other niggas that I had. Damn, I forgot the team. I had a good idea for them dude.
Hot take, Jeff.
I don't think
leave. That'd be live.
I don't think it's gonna have anything to do with Aaron Rodgers. I just think that LaFleur got extremely lucky last year, and it's not gonna work the same way.
That's all that I think too, because I watched them games.
Like they won a lot of. I ain't gonna say fluky, but it's just football.
Fluky. They won 2 games where they didn't lead the whole game.
But can I ask y'all a question? Is that not how Aaron Rodgers wins like 90% of his games?
Because he has to all the time.
No,
man.
I'm just saying. No, I'm saying he has to, but he can. You know what I'm saying? I don't
want to get on it.
Nah,
I don't want to get on it.
I'm not
Rodgers.
Nah, Russ.
Because Aaron Rodgers,
you can't. I just don't feel like you can count on that every week.
Man, to me, he the best QB
but
of
they
all
have.
time. Man.
Like, I mean, you know, barring like, if you want to say, well, they won the Super Bowl, okay. But other than like succeeding and making the playoffs, they have lived on that his entire career. Bro, he threw 2 Hail Marys against Arizona. Wasn't it 2 of them against Arizona? Like the nigga that's like
he didn't throw 2 against Arizona. He threw 1 against Seattle, and he threw 1 against Arizona.
But the Arizona one was in the playoffs, wasn't it?
Yeah. But hey, either or, I got us taking a dub right there. That'll put us at 3-3.
Didn't he do some nutty shit against San Francisco the year before they beat him?
He might have did. I'm not saying he
didn't. He always wins clutch games, but he is because he has to. But that's what he did. I don't think it's the coach getting lucky. I think it's just how much can you depend on Aaron Rodgers to carry you? And I think at some point, carrying the world on your shoulders is going to break your back.
Man, I ain't no bullshit, man. I don't want to go on my Aaron Rodgers rant because I feel like he's the best quarterback.
And I don't want to go on my reasons of why he ain't. But let's go next.
The next one's
just
gonna be.
He's been done a huge disservice by them niggas.
Who are you?
Like as an organization.
Let me see.
They back in Jacksonville.
The nap. Yeah, they're back. Yeah, they're back at Jacksonville. Oh, go ahead. You got it, man.
I got another dub.
I'll give him a dub right there.
I have a dub too. I have it at 4-2 right now.
All right, what's after Jacksonville?
No comments on Jacksonville. Just them niggas tanking.
Nah, yeah, ain't nobody care about it.
It's the Browns. It's the Browns.
I got another dub.
I got a L. This is the L.
I got a dub.
I think this is where I think at this point people are gonna start to see that, oh shit, Freddie Kitchens was really that bad. Because the Browns, man, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like Baker about to light it up. But but he did have a bad season. But he about
I
to
got
light
it.
it up.
I just don't
He can.
Baker, bro. That's just me.
I'm not saying he's gonna be the MVP or he's gonna be. I'm a big Odell fan, and I believe
Man.
that and I've watched Baker be able to get a nigga the ball. You know what I'm saying? And so I believe when it gets down to it, that Odell's like, I am healthy, you know, and then Baker's gonna be like, I can get that pill, and I think he's gonna.
Hey, Matt, I apologize for questioning your football intelligence. The Cleveland Browns will be picking another quarterback next year. You can remember I said that. I got us at 4-3 to move. Hey, wherever y'all at, I got us at 4-3. I don't see him getting renewed.
Wait, that would be 5. 4. Wait, I don't think you got yours added up right because I got y'all at 5 and 4-3. I have y'all at 4-3. How many games is that?
I got us at 4-3. 7 games.
All right, shit. I guess we both
4-3.
I got y'all at 4-3 as well.
All right. So who after?
And then the next
Cleveland?
one is going to be Chris, your favorite, the Patriots are coming to Houston. No Brady, just Bill. Wait, I knew it.
He be
Chris
killing
said
them.
no.
He be killing them anyway.
Hey, until we beat them, we haven't beat them. They own us.
Patriots own us, bro. Honestly,
they own us. Like I'm not gonna get my hopes up because I know how this goes. They're gonna beat us.
I'm gonna put y'all at 4-4 because I do think that y'all are gonna lose to the Patriots. Because I actually believe, I think that everyone else believes that it was Tom Brady. Man, I'm Team Bill Belichick.
No, me too.
Bill Belichick is the best coach that we have ever fucking seen. And I think he'll go out there with Jarrett Stidham and finish 11-5 and look at these niggas like, suck my balls.
I don't think 11-5. I think 10-6.
I don't know how
something
many
around
games
there. Something around there, Matt.
I don't know how many games the Patriots gonna win, but I know we can't beat them. Like, so I got us at 4-4. Like, I'm not gonna. I don't have no other logic behind it. Other than
we always
can't beat them. Like, we can't beat them. So I got us at 4-4.
That's 2 at 4-4. I think that they're gonna, but I think that they are going to lose that game. But I think that's gonna be a part of Bill Belichick's flex. The next game, I'm gonna go off the top. I'm just gonna say it's gonna be a W because Matt Stafford, that's the most quarterback that had the most disservice done to him. Jeff, Matt Stafford and the Lions are welcoming the Texans, and I think that the Texans are gonna win that game, getting back over 5.
Hey, Matt Stafford go hard to me though.
He is the quarterback that has had the most disservice done to him.
Out there and do something.
Yeah, nah. He's been fucked over too for sure.
I can tell y'all about Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford. Part of me will tell y'all Matt Stafford with talent and ability is he could be the best. He should be the best quarterback in the league.
One of them, for sure.
He's like I'm talking about Tom Brady than him. Like that nigga's cold, but Detroit sucks.
But I also football is more the talent. But either or, I think we're gonna go out to Detroit and get beat.
I think he's gonna lose because Detroit does nothing.
Yeah, 30. It's Thanksgiving game.
Yeah.
It's a Thanksgiving game, but the only reason I think we're gonna lose is because I feel like Matt Patricia in his head knows he's better than Bill O'Brien. He'll outcoach him.
I think that y'all gonna win that one and get back above 500 because I feel sorry.
I got us at 5-5. I think that Matt
Look
Patricia,
at my bread.
Matt Patricia is thinking I can outcoach Billy if I can't outcoach nobody else in the league.
All right,
for sure.
Next one, Chris. You know where I'm going with this. Y'all got the Colts are coming to town. Y'all know straight up. If Indiana's playing anybody but Dallas, they're doing it for grandpa. They're taking dubs. Phillip Rivers is going to be, at this point, leading them to the division victory. They're going to be about, what? At this point, they have like 2 or 3 losses. Colts.
Hey, look.
Dub.
Hey, look. Right now, I got us at 4-6. I think we're going to be at 5-6. And I only listen me out, bro. That nigga T.Y. Hilton ain't there no more. And T.Y. Hilton has killed the Texans on the – hey, look, it's 4 people in my mind, bro, that have killed the city of Houston on a level that no other people have killed the city of Houston.
I forgot about T.Y.
That's Dirk Nowitzki, Albert Pujols, Peyton Manning, and T.Y. Hilton. Like, that nigga T.Y. Hilton wore a clown mask and then proceeded to put like 200 and something yards on it, bro. Like,
True.
Yeah, that was so bad.
Like, They don't got him, so I think we gonna win. So give us 5 and 6.
All right.
Anderson, Houston. I got us winning in the city.
Yeah, let's get that battle royale popping.
I think that even though that they don't have T.Y. Hilton, I'm a Philip Rivers fan, so I believe.
I am too, but he don't. Hey, look, I just don't.
I
think
got us
that.
I'm at 5 and 5. I'm at 5 and 5 right now. What you got, Jeff?
How you at 5 and 5 and I'm at 5 and 6?
I mean,
no, yeah, I got him at 5 and 6. I should be at 5 and 6.
Yeah, 5 and 6.
Oh, I'm tripping. I'm at 5 and 5.
I'm at 7 and 4. I'm at 7 and 4.
Yeah, 5 and 6.
Man.
I'm tripping. Yeah, I'm at 5 and 6. My bad. I'm tripping. I'm 5 and 6. All right, I'm at 5 and 6.
Chicago.
Yeah,
I got a dub there. What's after there?
They go back to Indianapolis. Then they go to Indianapolis.
The next week?
Yeah. It's Indiana, Chicago, Indiana.
Oh, we play Chicago in between?
Yeah.
That's the L for me.
Yeah, I got an L at Chicago.
Because it's at Chicago, right?
What's up?
At
Chicago?
Yeah, they
at
Chicago.
I think they'll win that.
Chicago's either going to have Trubisky or by this point in the season.
It don't even matter, though. If it's at Chicago in the winter, it's wrap.
Yeah.
True. And they're probably going to have what's his name playing at this point? What's the old buddy that won a Super Bowl?
Foles. Yeah, they're going to have Foles playing by that time.
So, and by Foles, that talent, Foles.
Or another place where Cam Newton will be.
Man, I don't even talk about Cam.
I got a dub for that one. I got them at 6 and 6.
Okay. The next game after that is Colts.
I got an L there.
I got the dub because it's division rivalry. I think y'all get them once.
I don't think we're going to beat them there. I think we'll beat them in Houston, but not there.
I think it's going to be funky. They're going to get y'all at home, and y'all going to get them at home. But at that point, we still both at what, 6 and 6?
No,
8 and 5.
I'm at 6 and 6.
I'm at 6 and 6.
8 and 5.
All right. Next game is
I'm at 6 and 7. I'm at 6 and 7, my big.
And the next game is the Bengals.
I'll give them a dub there.
And I'm at 7 and 6. My fault, Chris. You're right. We off one.
I'll give them a dub there. So
I give them a dub. The Bengals are coming to Houston. I think Bengals got a rookie quarterback. He's gonna be playing, but y'all got. I think that's just a game that it's the end of the season. It's gonna be wrap up time. The last game of the season, the Titans are coming to Houston. I think that
that's the L for me, and that's Tennessee.
I think Tennessee's gonna be pretty good, so I think you can take the L.
I got a dub right there.
So I
because if Tennessee, if Tennessee is good, then they're gonna be resting their players. And I got Tennessee winning the division. I got us number 2, so I got us at about 8 and 8, or
I got 8 and 8,
7 and 9, honestly.
I got
okay. I got us at 10 and 6.
I got 8 and 8, but I got you 3rd in the division because I think the Colts are gonna have a pretty good season.
Oh shit!
I mean, the Titans are gonna have a pretty good season. The Colts are gonna be probably realistic.
My bad.
A little bit under that.
Yeah, my bad.
So,
I just looked out. I'm blunder.
I feel that. But where we going from the football, bro? Where we going from the football? I know we got to get this.
I'm going to stay in the air.
There's one thing.
It's over, bro. We got to get this.
There's one thing that we got to do for the hoops because with everything going on, we just added that schedule because y'all felt like doing it. So we did it because what we were going to cover real quick.
People shit is just dying.
What we're going to do real quick is what we talked about. Did y'all do y'all's top 5 list for safeties?
I can give you my top 5.
Did you do your list?
Nah, I don't have a list right now.
All right,
we'll give it to you.
All right, now we'll bring them the list next week. Well, let's move on to hoops. All right,
I have it.
Now we'll do it next one. We're gonna start doing top 5 lists. So y'all be on the list.
I have it. I'll tell you this just to give you a teaser before we move on. My number 1 is Sean Taylor.
There you have it. That's a hell of a teaser to give away your number 1.
Damn.
But
John Taylor, my number 3.
Jesus.
Yeah.
He's
R.I.P.
probably
the legend.
Yeah, okay, we'll give y'all that.
RIP.
We'll give y'all that. Yeah, R.I.P. legend. We'll give y'all that one next week. We'll just go ahead and move on to hoops because shit, we know what it has been. It has been what it is been, what it will be, but it always is going to be. Jordan put out his shit. It's
Yeah.
live. That nigga's had the greatest career we've seen, arguably.
I ain't gonna say that, but yeah.
Arguably the greatest. What's GOAT mean to you? Before we get into that, let's just go ahead and say, y'all have liked it. Do y'all want to just start with it as a whole of what y'all thought? What's been the most?
Your biggest takeaway. What's just your biggest takeaway of all the things you've seen, bro? And I'll tell you mine of everything.
My biggest takeaway of the thing is I think that with him being, I don't know, his greatness is always like, I don't know. I watch it. He's amazing. I don't like. I take away from it that honestly, I get from it that although he's had in my opinion, the best career ever, it wasn't as easy as people make it seem, and it wasn't this cakewalk. It was dominance, but it wasn't this cakewalk people would make it seem, which adds to the greatness actually. But to me, it's just that like and on top of that, this was a time before social media, but I think that he is the only player to have as much hate as LeBron James. Because to hear how they were talking about him when he first came into the league was ridiculous. They acted like he was too small to even move the needle in the NBA. So the hate that he received when he first came in on that level was ridiculous. But also the journey, even though I remember it, the journey is just ridiculous. I remember watching it, but it's just how hard he had to fight.
The journey. Hey, the journey is ridiculous, but I'll say this: the biggest takeaway. Hey, look, not even the biggest, but the funniest takeaway is my nigga Horace Grant is a motherfucking bitch. Hey, look, ain't no nigga gonna tell me I can't eat on the way home. Like, say, cuz, hey, you gonna have to give me a beating right there on the plane.
Imagine,
like,
hold on, Chris. I agree with you 100%, but Jeff, imagine we was playing that little league and we lost one of them games and probably like, nah, Jeff, you can't go to McDonald's again.
I would have laughed at you.
Bro.
You went
they
to
were
McDonald's.
On a plane,
bro.
They were on a plane ride home, so it was like it was. This is the food. It's like, nah, bro, you're gonna have to whoop me right here.
Yes, bro, you can't tell me I
you
can't have no food on a plane. Oh, my nigga, you might not make it off the plane. I might not make it off the plane.
Look, I tell you this. My biggest takeaway is if I'm Horace Grant, I wouldn't have no rings. Because they would have to get, I'm like Shannon Sharp, they had to get me up out of there.
A ring don't mean that much.
On the real though, my biggest takeaway has been, bro, like, it's not that Jordan was the best player, because I mean in basketball, I feel like that's just so hard to quantify. Like,
we've been over
it's
that.
hard to, like, in my opinion,
I'm older now. I think that everybody was great.
Like,
it's hard. We've done it. We've made everybody great in the chat. Like, everybody's got an argument. All of them.
Like, every player has an argument who the best player. But from what I took away from it,
of those guys, make sure you got
it.
It's that select few. It's not like we talking about a bunch of guys. But my biggest thing from it is, of those guys, his competitive drive to win was just something different. Like,
it was unparalleled. There's no one.
Like, that's the biggest thing I didn't take away.
For sure, man.
There's no one in any sport, that wanted to win more than him. There is one guy that wanted to win more than him, and he beat him, but the guy swept him and beat him first. And I'm gonna get to that because that's another takeaway.
Hey, look, and another thing I took away from it that made me very impressed. I brought this up the other day in the chat, bro, and I wanted to just get on this one time. Like, if you look at the history of the NBA, and this is what makes what Michael Jordan did so special, bro. Like, if you look at the history of the NBA, it had been 5 people to lead the league in scoring and win the NBA title. Only 5. Only 5, bro. It's only been 5 people. One of them is Kareem, who you can debate is one of the best players to ever play. Yeah. The second one, the other two, I'll get it out of the way. I can't even remember their name. He won. Literally, the guy won the first championship in NBA history. Some dude from that time. And then a couple of years later, another guy won it. This is before Bill Russell type shit.
Yeah.
He won it. And then the other player who won it, which kind of shocked me, was Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal led the league in scoring.
I remember that, but that's what goes into when I
2000 year, right?
But
yeah, 2000 year.
But that's
and I didn't know this. I remember hearing Kevin Durant saying, because this is what makes me eliminate the whole skill argument. He's saying Shaq don't have skill, and I was like, I respect that because Shaq can't dribble and he can't do all that. But what made it so amazing was Shaq led the league. Hey, look, but this is what's crazy. This dude led the league in scoring, and he couldn't make a free throw, and he couldn't shoot a three-pointer.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
But I will say this though about that's why I always separate the big men, because if you want to talk about big men included, Kareem had the best career ever. Kareem's the best player.
Hey, look, but
Kareem's the best nigga ever to touch a basketball.
Let me finish why MJ
easy
is
if
why.
You want to do that.
Yeah,
hey,
easy.
Look, why
easy if you
why you men. Can. Hey, look, why you can't say easy to me is because not only was Jordan the fifth person, or Jordan was the fourth person, Shaq was the fifth person to lead the league in scoring and win a championship. Those dudes only did it once. That nigga Jordan did that shit like 6 times.
I'm gonna say this, and here's another takeaway. And I'll be real. Like I say this, and I'll say it on the podcast. I tell y'all all the time. Like my pops had WGN. I don't know about everybody else, but like I saw Jordan play a lot, and like there's only been a couple people to make you say, "Oh shit!" Like, damn, that nigga ever missed. But I will say one thing. I was very cognizant of the fact that things were tilted in his favor. And I also will be cognizant of the fact that after David Stern saw what tilting it in the favor of one guy did, he decided to say, I'm going to tilt it in the favor of all stars, which brought our generation of basketball up to where we saw all the stars getting called.
And bro,
but
let me
finish real quick though, because I watched the video and I've watched tons of Michael Jordan video, but when you really see how when he wasn't able to get dubs, what was happening, you could see how the league just totally 180. So I see that too, but I can't blame Jordan. It's kind of like I can't do nothing because they giving me the call, bro. Like I'm out here trying to ball, my nigga. Like they said that y'all need to stop fouling, and the league's not prepared to make that change. You know what I'm saying? And so y'all don't have skilled defenders to slide on the floor. And about the Knicks, I'm gonna say this about the Knicks. People tell me all the time, I watched the Knicks. My mom was a fan.
They're terrible. They're not that good.
They're not that good.
It was Patrick Ewing and a bunch
not
of
even
niggas.
him. Bro, you put Dwight
He's
Howard.
Average.
You put Dwight Howard on that team, they do a lot more damage. They beat Reggie Miller. They win those games when Jordan's retired. Because that team.
Nah, they don't. Like,
when Jordan's retired?
Please stop. When Jordan retired, please stop.
I didn't say championship. I didn't say championship. I'm talking about the Eastern Conference, Chris.
They went to the championship
once.
Yeah, they went. They lost to the Rockets.
And then the next year they lost to Jordan. I want to say, or they lost to Shaq in the Eastern Conference Finals. They went both years and lost. I'm just saying.
They didn't go both years.
No, they went to the Eastern Conference Finals 2 times.
Yeah.
And then they went. They went to the ship one time, lost, and then they lost in the Eastern.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You corrected me. They had no guards, no outside play. They were not clutch.
Hey, look, they weren't clutch. Hey, look, I'm gonna say this: don't disrespect Olajuwon and say no. Dwight Howard would have beat him in any year.
When did I say that?
No, he wasn't saying him.
I wasn't saying Houston at all. I'm talking about winning.
He's talking about beating Chicago.
I'm talking about not even Chicago. I'm talking about how shitty the Knicks are. Like y'all don't realize. I watch that team.
Hey, look,
and I say one thing. Yes, they got screwed.
But let me say what I got out. What I'm out of this Jordan doc, man.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. I got it because I got a couple things. One, I honestly don't think Jordan could have played in this era. Not as far as basketball. Listen to me. Not basketball, because for sure he could have played basketball in this era. I'm talking about the social media. Jordan too private of a dude, man. And you could see how this shit frustrates him throughout the documentary. Like, he be getting frustrated a lot. And that's just with people being able to touch you. Like, imagine nowadays where people can record you and shit like that all the time. All the time. He retired simply because of that. Why you think he retired twice? The first 3-peat he retired because he was tired of that shit. Second time is because he was tired. He was tired of answering questions. He was tired of answering this.
I think he retired the second time because of LeBron James, but that's my opinion.
For real? That's funny. I've never heard.
Wait, you mean the third time?
No, after Washington in 2003.
Yes, I'm
he
saying.
retired because of LeBron
the second
James.
time was in 9-8.
Oh, I ain't. That's an interesting. Let me come back to that.
You finish and I'll tell you why.
Yeah, I want to get. It pod now, nigga. Oh shit.
That's an interesting point, man. I ain't never heard of that.
Go ahead though. Finish it.
But then
we'll go back to it.
And then secondly, that nigga was by far the most athletic nigga in the league. Yeah. I don't remember watching it. See, the Michael Jordan that I remember, like as far as me watching basketball, was Wizards. You know what I'm saying? So
you missed. Oof, Lord.
Yeah, I missed it. You know what I'm saying?
But he was the most athletic guy. He was.
So, but then, so like watching this documentary, it had me wanting to like just go back and try to find like full games. I went and watched full games.
Yeah, no, that nigga was.
I was like, dog.
He was at a different speed than everybody else.
This nigga was,
I remember. Shit. Not to interrupt you, but I remember at one point, like I used to watch, because my dad used to watch this nigga. Like my dad was Isaiah Thomas went to IU, so my dad was like Isaiah Thomas, but he used to tell me like, regardless fan or not, this is like the most electrifying person to play the game. You know what I'm saying? So he was moving at a different speed than everybody. And I remember at times you just ask yourself, like, bro, like what planet is this dude from? Like what like it's not real. But nowadays, like a guy that's maybe like, third person on the third best player on the team has that athleticism. So I think that's what
that's my own. That'd be my only point to people is the evolution. Why do people think the evolution just don't happen with basketball, or at least don't happen with Michael Jordan?
That's a better one with Michael Jordan. This is anybody that played before players that play now.
This is the only argument I have to that, Russ. Because to the flip side of that, say you take some of these players now back to that time, then they don't know. Because you take away, because you do have to add into the fact that Jordan isn't in the same prime of them.
Which is what I do. I do that both ways. But most people with Jordan don't do it both ways. You see what I'm saying?
At all. Like if you taking our guys back, then KD's an elbow throwing, chicken winging, 3-point hitting monster, like or mid range.
He's not.
Mid-range,
he's not, bro.
Mid-range monster.
He's not even a mid-range monster. He's just a low post player. Because the niggas back then that were 7 foot wasn't playing out at the elbow and all that.
But look, that point that you made.
I believe Kevin.
No, but listen to the point that he's making though. The point that he's making is that if KD grew up in that time, he wouldn't play the way that he's playing right now.
But he can still.
But you see what I'm saying? People don't want to make that point with Jordan. People aren't going to make the point that he's going to grow up playing different if he was playing now. You see what I'm saying?
No.
So we wouldn't know how Jordan would be as a shooter or something.
Don't get it twisted. I do think that Kevin Durant would still be great. Like, I'm not finna disrespect a guy of that ability. I don't care what era he's playing in or how he grows up. He's gonna figure out how to be that great. That's how I feel about all of them. That's why it's one of them. I don't ever say how you would do in this era. Because, like, the reality is Wilt Chamberlain, think of how physically gifted Wilt was, and he didn't spend $1 million.
Playing against plumbers and shit.
Bruh.
Nah, he wasn't playing plumbers. Hey, look, he wasn't playing plumbers.
He wasn't. No, Jeff. Actually, we have to realize, Chris. Not to interrupt you, but Jeff, I'm with Chris on this one because we have to realize, like, in that time, to us, they plumbers, but in that time, them niggas.
They was the most.
They were boogie on anybody else out there. And I watched
in that time, they was that niggas. I know.
I get that. And I'm gonna lie, I watched that clip I put on Instagram. Hit the like button, subscribe. Sportsplug GTD. But I put a clip on Instagram that had Wilt Chamberlain got the rebound, took that hole coast to coast, but it was amazing because that nigga threw a scoop pass. Like, and this is 1960 something. This nigga threw a scoop pass, give and go scoop pass, threw it to him, faded to the goal, got the hole back, bang. You know what I'm saying? I looked at it and I said, bro, like,
he can do that now.
If he grew up nowadays, that nigga would be nasty now. Like,
that's why. But that's why I don't like to make that argument with the best players of each era. because that's not what I'm trying to argue. What I'm trying to argue is about everybody else. You see what I'm saying?
True.
And
that's
see,
what I'm saying. Because I'm saying you could drop a regular nigga like Kelly Oubre off in the 80s or the 90s. Yeah. And I think that Kelly Oubre would dominate because of his athleticism alone.
Yeah, athleticism. I see what he's saying.
I don't think.
Like,
well, no, Chris, what he's saying is true though. Because think about it. Think about Dominic. How many niggas now could dunk like Dominic Wilkins?
How many niggas back then could dunk like Dominic Wilkins?
I'm saying that's why I'm making your point. Because I'm saying if you drop a nigga now, a regular nigga now, like Aaron Gordon would be amazing in the 80s. Because that nigga can fly. Like
I don't even subscribe to that because I'm not gonna act like in the 80s that Aaron Gordon was gonna even get a chance to fly. Like he was gonna get in the air and they were
but you're missing my point. You're missing my
point. I'm talking about how most people argue this point. You're logical about it, thinking that everybody, if somebody go back in, would play like that. Because that's how I would think.
The way
that's
I
how
look at it,
think.
Like the way I look at it is not more of like is Wilt. Like I look at it like I compare Wilt of his time is like LeBron of our time. Like I look at it as more of who was that person then and who is that person now. Like Bill Russell and Mike was the guy who won all them chips. He was the Michael Jordan of his time, in my opinion. Like, I don't really, because it's hard to say who was the best, bro. But when I look
that's why I say, who is your preference? It's all about what type of person you are. Who do you like?
Exactly. I was speaking what type of basketball player. I was speaking on his point of athleticism. Like, the only player that I know.
Athleticism is hard to gauge.
No, just listen to me real quick. The only person in the history of the NBA that I have seen win games purely off of athleticism, like that is just how he got it done, was Dominic Wilkins. At a high level, year after year after year. You can watch all the highlights, all the full games of the 80s that got him. Go look in the libraries. He was ridiculous, but he was a basketball mind that was 100% athletic. And I'm sitting there saying, if you take a guy from now,
he didn't have no moves. You just had me think about it. Like
he was the only one. Like before Michael Jordan came flying through the air, it was Dr. J, and then Dominic Wilkins was flying like that. Like other guys could fly, but like really fly, like Skywalker, like really get off the ground. Like it was them. And so,
man, I ain't gonna say
if you
Kelly
drop
Oubre
a guy
would be any better.
I'm talking about Aaron Gordon. I'm just giving you a guy,
Aaron Gordon. I don't think they'd be no better or worse than they are now.
Bro, we're not saying they win championships. We're not saying that they'd be the GOAT, because Dominic Wilkins didn't either. I'm talking about they would be a force just clearly off the fact that they are more athletic and can run fast.
I'm just talking about skill level too.
Like it's not even about
drop somebody who
and see.
You could drop
I
could drop somebody who don't jump like that.
Athleticism wise, I think y'all are right. They were more athletic, but skill wise, I think y'all incorrect.
I could drop somebody like, but look, think about it like this. I could drop somebody like Joe Ingles off in the 90s or the 80s. Joe Ingles, right? That's 6'8", long white dude, not athletic, but he's skilled as hell. I think Joe Ingles will average 20.
Yeah, because back then it was based on players. No, he's got a point because is Joe Ingles not a Tony Kukoc-like player?
Or is he not a deadlift shrimp type player?
Or that's even better.
Deadlift shrimp hard.
And
shit on what I said. Deadlift shrimp was even better.
Deadlift shrimp, but he didn't average 20 points. Like I think he could be that quality of player.
But how many threes was Deadlift shooting? I believe Deadlift was a mid-range 2 3-point shooter.
Nah, but what I'm saying, but if you drop them back then, you can't keep the same rules of now. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like
that's my mistake.
I
gotta stop arguing you like that.
I still think they'd be comparable, bro. Like I think if you take Joe Ingles back, he'd be like a deadlift shrimp. Like he'd be a comparable player.
I gotta stop arguing with the logic that other niggas use to argue me with this.
Because look,
when I argue
Aaron,
about
like. Because if you think about Aaron Gordon,
you're using correct logic. You using how they would play, how their game would translate.
Their game, because they would grow up in that era.
Yeah. I think
it's the same exact thing they do to Jordan. Like they act like
I don't think Aaron Gordon wouldn't still be an athletic freak, but I'm saying like he'd be like y'all say, like Julius Erving, like George Iceman Gervin, like. I mean, it was athletic guys. I don't think he'd be a bum or anything. Like he'd still be a substantial athletic freak.
I'm just saying this. I'm saying that he would be better than
to drop. Because people would say you can drop Jordan off, the same Jordan that was in the 90s. You can drop that same guy off in the 2020s, and he would dominate. That's what I'm saying. People are making an argument like that.
No.
So I would
I'm
reverse
not
the
gonna,
argument. I know I will reverse the argument
Yeah,
and say
I
I would
don't.
drop off the Aaron Gordon of 2020 in the 90s, and he would average 25 points.
That's what he's saying.
That's what I'm
Chris.
saying.
That's what
Now,
he's
even
saying.
still, I don't think
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon could average 25 points
But
in
how
that
could you
NBA.
say he
This
couldn't
Aaron,
though?
because
I'm saying
I just
this.
don't.
I would say
No.
that, and see now that's what I would say.
Because
see,
I think that the likes of like now, if you say in the 90s, I think the likes of like Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, like that's just kind of tough for me to think Aaron Gordon.
Well, no,
if you
because
say
Are
another,
they gonna guard him at the 3? Are they gonna guard him
because
at
no,
the
he's
3 off
saying
the dribble?
Chris, he's
Like,
saying
and
he's saying if you take him from right now, because right now
Yes.
he's being guarded by guys that have the same athletic ability as him. In the 90s,
yeah,
Michael Jordan, Sean Kemp, and
But
that's
probably
about it. Because
that's about
it
it.
wasn't Charles Oakley. It wasn't Charles Oakley.
No, yeah, you say he's taking
I
foul and
mean,
do whatever they want.
It wasn't Rick Mahorn.
Dennis Rodman was still out there.
No,
Like,
my
he could
nigga,
Yeah,
guard.
Dennis
we're
Rodman was
talking
pretty
about-
athletic.
and he played-
I'm talking about the everyday 4-man in the 90s.
Yes, in the league.
The everyday in the 90s. I'm
Is
thinking of
not
the
gonna
90s.
be able to
That's
keep up with this
Carl-
nigga, bro.
Carl
They-
Malone was
bro, they
6.
can't-
Carl Malone honestly was the same build as
He's
Aaron
talking
Gordon.
about the everyday guy. He's talking about what
Okay,
would
let
happen.
me
talking-
let's
I'm talking
keep
about
going.
the Portland. I'm talking about
You're
the
putting
Portland
him up against
small
the
forward.
great. You're putting him up
Okay,
against the great.
Portland.
Did you
Who
see what Sean
Portland?
Kemp was doing
In
against
the
regular
90s.
niggas in the 90s?
In the
Did you
in the
see
Yeah,
90s,
the Nuggets.
bro.
The Nuggets small forward. The Nuggets small forward in the 90s.
Did you
Like,
see? Did you see
The
what
Nets
he was?
small forward.
Did you see what he was doing though, Chris? That's the point he's making is you could say Karl Malone.
I'm
he
just
couldn't
saying
kill Karl Malone.
25
Bro,
is
because-
kind of steep.
Because
when
let's
those
think about
dudes
it.
weren't even averaging.
How much was Sean
Like-
Kemp averaging? Because that's all he
Sean Kemp
doing.
was
and 10.
averaging 20.
Sean Kemp with 20 and 10.
20 and 10 guys.
20 and 10 is different from 25.
20 and
Like,
10 is still a monster.
Aaron Gordon can shoot. Aaron Gordon can shoot and
threes.
dribble and dunk
He's-
like
He's
him.
saying that Chris. He's saying he's just dropping them in. They've never
yes,
seen anything
I'm
like
saying
this.
bro.
What big
and
man?
that, and,
What big man in the 90s could dribble, dunk, and shoot threes at the 4?
bro, I'm not disrespecting
Chris Webber's the
dropping
closest
players.
thing you got to it. Chris
And I don't
Webber's the
think
closest thing you got to it.
I don't think Aaron Gordon is as good as Chris Webber. I mean, if we just sit up, Antonio McDyess to me was just as good as Aaron Gordon.
Antonio
Baller,
McDyess.
but Chris,
Like,
we're talking about dropping.
I'm not saying. Yes, this Aaron Gordon dropping.
Like,
I'm
okay,
saying,
I'll do even one. Here's one that Chris will agree with, Jeff. If we take Steph Curry from right now and drop him in the 90s.
Yes, but Steph Curry is a better player. What I'm saying is Aaron Gordon is kind of a bad example to me. Like if you would have said somebody,
give me Andrew Wiggins, any athletic guy.
I don't think any athletic guy, bro. I'm not gonna say any.
They didn't have the athletes, Chris.
That's the point. There's just they didn't have the athletes.
Chris, who's going to guard him? Who's gonna guard him? They didn't have the athletes,
bro. But
when Dirk started hitting fadeaways,
like
Malone started looking crazy.
Yes,
Charles Barkley into the league,
but this is my other. This is why it's hard for me. I guess it's just too hard for me to argue that because yes, you're right. They are athletic, but they also playing in an era where a guy can literally just grab you or literally just elbow you. And
but that's not gonna stop athleticism, though, fam.
It didn't.
It
stop
really can, bro.
No, it can't because it didn't stop. It did stop Jordan because the Pistons. But
it
I will
stop
give
Jordan. Jordan didn't win. You just said it, bro. Jordan didn't win a championship until they changed the rules.
Chris, they didn't shoot threes. Everybody now, everybody now can shoot that up. Everybody now can shoot that up.
You want to know
no matter if they're
craziest
raking
thing?
Arms or anything. Everybody now can shoot a better three-point percentage.
Russ, you want to know the craziest thing? And I don't know. That's why it's hard for me to translate this stuff. And this is why people might say, Michael, this is one of their reasons. They showed how with all of the three-pointers that people are taking now, they still weren't averaging what Michael Jordan was averaging shooting just two-pointers.
Do you know why that is, Chris?
He shot the ball 23 times, 25 times a game.
And James Harden shoots the ball.
Chris, here's how I did this. And this is just a guy that who.
This is just a factual stat, bro.
I'm about to make a factual statement.
I'm just saying a factual stat.
I'm about to tell you how that is possible. Yeah. When you know somebody can't guard you and you're playing basketball, isn't it lovely when you know that it's one-on-one and they have no choice but to guard you?
Yeah, easy bread.
Did you know, Chris? Have you ever the biggest reason why Jordan Kemp and I say don't even watch Jordan videos, watch Sean Kemp videos. The 90s is a one-on-one game. 80s one-on-one game. You got a foul for coming out of the paint and trying to zone up and double a nigga. So therefore, Jordan was going one-on-one. Yet could you imagine? I mean, yeah, you want to talk about sorry, nigga? Could you imagine? Fuck it. Imagine LeBron. Hell, AI said it himself. They brought the zone because of me. After I brought Jordan, they realized you can't stop him in the open court. Like you can't stop these cold niggas.
Bro, that's why I don't. That's why
that's how he was getting more points than everybody shooting threes. He was able to defy anybody driving him. And on top of this, no wait, hold up. And on top of this, and on top of all of this, you can talk about, oh, well, they had hand checking and all that type of shit. Yeah, but they also let the offensive player push you out the way, which Jordan was a pro at. Even and then he was a pro at.
They act like the fouling don't go both ways. That's
yes, bro. Like the game.
That's what I learned more about watching this shit.
Chris, if you played one-on-one basketball,
it's not one-on-one basketball, bro. It's not. It's the NBA is 5-on-5.
No, but back then it was a one-on-one.
Even you told me the reason Michael Jordan couldn't win it is because their team wouldn't do it.
Bro,
like it was a one-on-one based game.
It was a one-on-one based game, and guess what? Jordan was one deep and could not win because he was alone. But you still need multiple players to win. In any type of competition, one nigga's not gonna get it done. No game you play. No competition, you don't need a team.
I think my biggest thing, it's hard for me to cross era these dudes, bro.
It's very hard, but you gotta look at what's facts though. Like if you I'm not gonna lie. If you tell me, Russell, we're gonna go out here and we're gonna play some basketball, the dude's gonna be allowed to push up on you and play physical defense. But guess what? Ain't nobody gonna be able to get to you until you get to the paint, and then you're gonna get a foul. Nigga, I'm eating, bro. Stop,
bro.
Like
I'm not saying you not, bro. That's not what I'm.
You know the
that's
difference.
Not what I'm.
I know you know the difference.
That's not what I'm getting at, bro. What I'm getting at is it's hard for me to do it because I'm a person that believes this is involved in that. And I believe that at the end of the day, bro, like just because the players now are more athletic, that's just the natural evolution of the people. Like, of course, they're more athletic and everything, but it's not going to make me disrespect that, man. I'm not going to say that they would have still dominated. Like, I don't know
Jeff
what
is trying to say, stop saying that the old niggas are going to dominate the new guys.
And Russ, and me
you have
personally,
to have the same,
I don't look at it. I don't look at
That's it. That's my only point.
I just think that niggas sleep on how big of a deal the hand check. I think people just sleep on how big of the deal of no zone, the hand check, and the ability to get a foul for illegal defense. And I'll just say this real quick, I'll let you go, Chris. Back in the day, Jeff, you probably experienced this too. Chris, you might have been to a couple gyms that did this in your day, but you know when you hooping, Jeff, you go to other high school gyms and you hoop, or other college gyms and you hoop. We used to go to this one place called Rockwall. It was a bunch of cold ass white boys. Swear to God, bro. Whenever the games got hot and it was a bunch of cold niggas versus all them white boys, they ran zone. Do you know why they ran zone, Chris? Because you have
they can't play defense.
Because you have to be wet, and you have to use your brain to beat that hoe. Yet until you run zone, it is straight athlete on athlete, ball on ball. Let's just go. When you start adding zone to shit, like it fucks up a bunch of shit. So I'm not gonna say Jordan averaging 45 or anything like that, but I will say this. You put some of the guys right now back then where they ain't gotta worry about a zone.
Boy, man, I'm gonna say this. I don't ever. I'm not a person.
And not Aaron Gordon, you know.
I'm just Aaron. I'm not gonna disrespect. I'm not gonna name a guy that's not an all-star. Like I'm not gonna disrespect. Like, yeah, he probably was better than a lot of guys, but there's a lot of guys who are still better than him. But I don't compare that. To me, I just compare who dominated their era, bro. Who collected the most hardware, in my opinion.
And see, to me, that's
and
like,
I'm never about. I think the hardware thing is alright. Like,
well, let me ask this question real quick.
Part about it, but in a team sport is I just can't fuck with it.
Okay,
especially when there's too many variables.
I'll ask you this, Jeff, because I've asked Chris this. You see me ask it in the chat. You see me say it in the chat, Jeff. I believe when you tell me, Russell, who do you think is like name like the coldest nigga you ever seen or coldest niggas? I'm looking at first criteria is what I see with my eyes. Like when I saw you, did you make me go, holy shit? How the hell can you do that with a basketball? And then the second criteria is not, to me, it's not necessarily stats and shit. It's gonna be how you looked on the floor. And I mean,
my
like,
whole thing is eye test. I can care less. That's why I say, like,
yeah,
as far as like I'm eye test, I'm eye test stats, and what do I like an outcome?
I'm
like
sorry,
even
not
though
hard
not to the most. Not
like,
even no.
to
I'm
me
saying like stats as far as like your like what's a good one? Like plus minus. That's one of the stats that I like.
I like that one, but I don't like it
certain
sometimes.
stats. I'm talking about certain kind of stats.
Horrible plus minus. I think Luka's one of them.
Yeah, but of course, it got to be with somebody who's getting a good enough minutes so that the plus minus stat can work. But for me, though, it's eye
just
test.
complicated for me, bro. Like the eye test, I get y'all on that part. But
that's the one for one, bro. It's got to be the.
To me, it's just. To me, it's kind of it's just one of them. It goes back to the whole scoring leader and all that stuff. Like I done seen some pretty amazing things that
like,
just
bro,
didn't win. I'm about winning, bro. Like, I just want to see you win.
I can feel you. I can feel you being about winning, but I feel like Bradley Beal a winner.
Yeah.
Is he ever gonna get a chance to win? You see what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? He cold, bro. Like your eyes tell you that this
that's
what
I'm
cold.
talking about.
Like that, Chris.
like,
no,
that's
but Jeff,
why
you see
I
how we
can't
go
do that
back
winning
and forth.
shit. It's too many. It's too many niggas. It's too many niggas that I know cold.
And Russ, this goes back to my whole. It's too many teams. Like we talk about we talk about those old time games.
You know how I feel. I feel like it should be like 5 All-Stars on each team, and it should only be like 12 or 15 teams.
I think it should be 8 teams, bro. Like how they had
That's
it.
Even better. That's even better. I think it should be a team. I think it should be a league of super teams. See who got the best super team.
Because
how you gonna get to see the best out of every player?
No.
What do you mean? You can see who got the.
Okay, see, that's what we different. That's what we different. See,
Russ,
I respect y'all, but that's what we different. Hold on, wait.
But no, that's why I said. That's why I said 15. That's why I said 15 teams.
I let y'all get off this. I let y'all get this shit off, and y'all know how I feel about this shit.
My logic, bro. I just want to explain my logic. You can't say that. Yes, you can't say that. Like, yes, I agree. Bradley Beal is a cold player, but the issue is Bradley Beal is like he's under like a James Harden, and I don't think James Harden can win you a championship in a league how it's constructed. So it's one of them. But yes, they are cold.
I think the logic of his team is off. I think he can.
But I'm just get what I'm saying.
Which comes back to organizations and teams, which is why that's hard for me to factor in.
Exactly. That's why it can't. That's what it means. Real quick, Chris. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Nah, I'm just saying this is why I would rather cut the teams, because what y'all are saying, yes, it goes into teams and the organizations. Like, no, I don't think Bradley Beal as your best player is gonna win a chip.
No, I'm never saying that. I'm never even saying that.
But this is the thing. Bradley Beal, do I think that if Bradley Beal was in the situation that Kyrie Irving was in when he hit that shot, could Bradley Beal have hit that shot?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But the issue behind that is why Bradley Beal couldn't hit that shot is because if I am the Washington Wizards, I'd rather have Bradley Beal than nobody. So I'm not gonna just give you Bradley Beal so I can have
for sure. So that's why I want less teams.
And that's
too.
why
that's
why I feel 8. Like it's lit. I mean 8 is extreme, but it's just one of them. It's one of them. If you have that many teams, then shit, the other dudes they not gonna win. Like it's just the real. Like he's cold, but he's not
it's
cold
a lot of niggas like that. Like
he's not cold enough to beat Kevin Durant. It don't matter where Kevin Durant is.
Because to me, Steph, Dame better than Steph. But I'm never gonna be able to argue that.
There's a guy out there. I'm just
of the ring.
Oh man,
I'm never gonna be able to argue that because
I'm not gonna lie, Chris. You know, there's someone out there that's just got him in his view. He's like, "Fuck that nigga." You never speak to him.
I think that I can. But see, I'm one of them people. I think that is a difference between a better player and just a greater player. Like I think Dame is a better player.
I would agree
that. I think that what makes players greater is one opportunity. And he just haven't had the opportunity.
I fully believe
just because he was playing against.
I don't think it's even opportunity though, man. I think it's luck.
I know. I don't even think it's luck. I think what you were getting at earlier, Jeff, is the whole key of it, bro. And Chris, you've said it too. Like some people are in this business to win championships, and some of them are in it just to have a team and make some bread. And like I cannot blame a super cold nigga for having to play for a team that all the owner wants to do is make. But I can't blame KG for his first years in Minnesota. But I can tell
niggas gonna try to call these niggas sorry though.
But I can
it's
tell
not
you,
it's not that they sorry. It's Russ. That's where I say then you have to be in agreement to taking teams away.
But at the same time, here's why I say when you go to 8, I know you say it's extreme, or 12, even that amount, bro, I get to the point where I'm like, all right, me as a basketball fan, just in general, like I understand that Washington can't compete. But I'm a basketball nerd, so I enjoy watching Bradley Beal play 48 minutes of basketball. Even if he's not going to win, I enjoy getting to see all that team back.
But what about him, though? What about him?
But what about him?
There's nothing. But at that point, Jeff, I feel his pain, but there's nothing that we can do.
It's not that I think Bradley Beal is a bum, but when you comparing the best player on the Wizards to the best player on the Lakers, and not Bradley Beal being compared to the third best player or something of that nature, like the real is he's lower on the list. Like if you
at that point, instead of taking teams away, then you need stricter rules on ownership. After a certain amount of losses and things, you need to get. I mean, because think about it. Like I understand.
I think it's a problem.
I don't want to see. I don't want to see 5 minutes of Bradley Beal. I don't want to see 5 minutes of Bradley Beal because
it's just too many teams to me.
He's behind Steph and Kyrie. You know what I'm saying?
It won't be 5 minutes, though.
He won't be on the same team as them, though. He'll be on his own. Like, it's other teams. Like, what I'm saying is,
I do you have 12 teams. If you have 12 teams.
No, look. It's not 12. I would say 20 or 18.
Nah, I'd say 12, bro.
That's enough.
Like,
that's enough.
Bro, there's only 15 spots. Chris, there's only 15 spots. And so 12 teams. Think of this. Do the math. That's how many.
All right, let me take it back. Instead of 12 teams, no, 12 teams. Because think of this, it's 14 All-Stars. It's 14 in each conference. It's 28 All-Stars total.
Yeah.
Every team would at least need 3 of those All-Stars.
Yeah, and then you fill it, and then all the rest is fillers. You fill the team with you fill the team with a bunch of
y'all don't think that.
Joe John, Joe.
But I'm gonna ask
what
this
I'm saying is you put 3 of those. If you divide 28 by.
I think you're confusing 12? Eras in the way that players move, because we were in an era of teaming up and it was bad and people didn't like it. But now that era is over. Because if you remember back when LeBron first came, niggas wasn't teaming up and there was multiple teams that were a threat. We knew that they wasn't fitting to beat Kobe. But
niggas was teaming up. It was just the organization.
No, but I'm saying nowadays you have right now with this league we have, which we talked about when it first happened, which is why we are so excited about the NBA, is because so many teams are only 1 or 2, 3 players.
Yeah, but it's so many teams
John
that are really
hurt,
bad,
bro. Like John Wall is
so
hurt,
many
bro.
teams that are really bad.
It's too many teams that are really bad.
But listen to this though. We're talking about Washington right now though, and Washington is not a bad team when John Wall healthy.
Washington, Atlanta, Charlotte,
Orlando,
Charlotte sucks.
Orlando. I can keep
Orlando sucks.
New York,
the sucks. Knicks. We can keep going. Phoenix.
So wait, I mean we can end it right now and just tell you there's only 16
Cleveland
every year.
Sacramento.
Sacramento's
not a bad team. There's only
Sacramento not bad anymore. Cleveland
is a horrible team.
They're like 13.
No, they're just not as good as everybody else, and that's what I'm saying.
Hey, look, but you're right though. You everybody can take Sacramento away.
Everybody can't be taken. Everybody can't compete
but that's
for championship every year.
But that's why I said
you got to build.
You can take away 6 teams. You can take away 6 teams.
But you're taking away from the randomness in the build. We don't know who's gonna rise.
You would still have to
Memphis
build,
got
bro.
Ja. And y'all's point of view, Memphis would have never got Ja. Memphis is gonna be one of the top teams in the next 3 years. And y'all's
that's
view,
not a fact, bro.
It's not a guarantee because of how these teams be
how many shots or nigga, have you seen Ja Morant play?
No,
they're gonna be a top 3 team in the West in the next.
They're not gonna be They're not, bro. I'll go on a hard fact. How? First off, and as much as this
3 years, 3 years now.
In 3 years. As much as this hurts me, in 3 years.
De'Aaron Fox.
No, I'm not even gonna say De'Aaron. I'm not gonna go outside of their own division. Dallas Mavericks will be the number one team in our conference more than likely in the next 3 years. So that's one team that they're going to struggle to beat. I'm not going to just go on a whim and say that they're going to beat New Orleans either. So that's two teams that they might not beat. So at this point, bro, they still not even number one in the division.
You got the 2 first overall picks, the 2 next best players in the league. You say he can't beat them. When I think he's gonna beat one of them, it's gonna break my heart.
You said the Memphis Grizzlies will be a top 3 team in the West, and I'm saying that they're not.
West. Think, bro,
in 3 years,
the division shit don't matter no more.
What do you mean? At the end of the day, he still got to play against Luka Doncic more times than anyone else. And he got to play Zion more times than anyone else.
He gonna get his team better than Denver because you're forgetting they got Jaren Jackson Jr. and that nigga's cold.
I'm not gonna say that they're gonna be better than Denver. I'm not gonna say that.
I am. I think they'll be better than Denver. You name 2 teams.
I think Denver just as young as them too.
Denver just as young as them. But I
do not think
they're better. They was number 2 in the West last year.
Denver's good. Now I said 3 years. Now again, y'all.
3 years. Their players will be in their
prime. They the same age though. Russell, you gotta account for Denver.
Joker is 20. Joker 24, bro. Like
that. Man, this has y'all must not be getting where I'm getting at. The kid John Morant is going to be better than all the best. When he steps on the floor. The only teams in the West that he will not be the best player on the floor when he steps on the floor will probably be.
That's 2 different things you're saying, though.
The top.
But how many times would that matter, though? How many times would that matter?
Like in 3 years,
he's been the best player. He's been the best player on the floor.
Okay, fine. You still only named. Okay, so you think that Denver is going to be better than them?
Yeah, I still think Denver will be better than them. I think Dallas will be better than them.
I think that team is.
Yeah, I think Dallas will be better than them.
I think Dallas will be better.
I think the Hornets will be better. I think not Hornets, but New Orleans. I think they'll be better.
I don't know about New Orleans yet. I think Zion's going to be the truth, but I don't know about New Orleans as a team.
I'm not even thinking about Zion. I'm just thinking they have a lot of talent, and they
got a squad. They got a squad.
They got a lot of talent, bro.
Questionable.
Like
question those young niggas. But they're cold.
They were still playing. They were playing well.
I question them, bro. I don't trust them, bro.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all opinions.
But what I'm saying is,
we don't know till it happens.
That the Lakers. I don't think as much as I'm not the hugest fan of AD by himself. Even if Bron gone,
I don't think that by himself.
I still think Anthony Davis' team will be better. The Lakers will be better than the Grizzlies.
I don't. I think you're really sleeping on John Morant. Like his ability.
We don't know. It's not that I'm sleeping on John Morant.
He's having a D-Wade effect, y'all. He's having a Dwayne Wade effect on that team and franchise. Do y'all realize this?
I'm not saying he's not, but I'm just saying you thinking in 3
years. How many niggas was supposed to be better than Dwayne Wade until he showed up and was like,
Dwayne Wade was a 4th seed. Dwayne Wade was a 4th seed when they won that chip.
I'm one off. Wait, no, his first year he was.
See what I'm saying?
No, okay, that was how many? And then he got jacked, and he was the first. He was the one.
And like, bro,
I can't wait till I got man.
Bro, 3 years from now, I don't think that the Golden State Warriors will be out of it. So I think the Warriors will still be better than Memphis. That's another team.
Bro. I can't call them. I don't even know how to call them, bro. I don't know.
They're gonna still have players.
I'm not gonna call you wrong. I just don't.
They're gonna still have players. Like, I'm not saying that Memphis is bad. I'm just saying that 3 years is not enough time. Like 5 years, 6 years.
And I'm just saying because we've seen this. Karl Anthony Towns was supposed to be. He was averaging what 25 and 12.
He ain't got no heart.
Man,
you saw that. You saw that.
This with these young teams.
That's not what he's saying.
What about Sacramento? 3 years ago, I thought Sacramento was gonna blow up.
No, Sacramento should have blown up. Sacramento did themselves a disservice. De'Aaron Fox is cold, and they're gonna make some moves. But he might.
Phoenix Suns. I love Devin Booker, but I mean,
me too. Oh my God!
I'm not gonna say that Ja Morant.
And that's 3 examples right there.
Like Devin Booker, just as cold as John Morant.
John Morant's is better at all around.
He's a better basketball player. Like as far as
Devin Booker is a scorer.
He's a better teammate. That's a better word. He's a better teammate.
Devin Booker's a good teammate. He's just a better scorer. Like, Devin Booker gets buckets. John Morant makes his teammates better.
Yeah, there we go. He's a better scorer. That's the best. That's
what I'm saying.
The Grizzlies are in like they were before Corona and stuff. They were fighting for the 8th seed. Phoenix ain't fighting for the 8th seed. I'm not, even if you tell me against who, I'm just letting you know, like the dude is going to excel. But
no, I'm not saying he's not going to excel. I'm just saying that to say that they're going to go from the 8th seed to being the 3rd seed in 3 years, That's tough.
Bro, we've seen Allen Iverson took his team from an 8 seed to the 1 seed. I'm just saying these type of player. He's going to be that type of player, yo.
Oh, so you just think he's that? And if you think he's that type of player, that's fair.
That's fair.
He's giving me no reason not to.
No, for sure. Because me neither.
I'm just saying he's amazing.
I just don't think that high. I just don't think that high.
And I think people don't know how good Jaren Jackson Jr. is, and they will see.
No, Triple J, he cold.
Yeah, he's cold. Really cold.
I'm not saying that they won't be good and they want to improve. They do have a squad. I'm just saying top 3 from 8 in the West right now. Like in 3 years.
It's rough.
But I think that what you think, like I don't. With the Warriors,
like in three years, do I think in 3 years he'll be a better player than James Harden? No, not yet. Like, I think in 3 years?
How's James Harden? 31?
No, he's not 31. 30? He's like 30 or 29.
30. He's 30?
I think he's 30 on the dot.
33.
He's not. He'll be 33. I don't think he'll be better than Harden.
Oh yeah, and he don't play athletic neither. Harden.
Yeah, Harden's great. Harden.
He'll still be cooking.
Harden
so you think like, carry because Harden going for sure win you 55.
See, Chris,
so that's what is he gonna get 55?
Chris used to always say that Harden's gonna have a career like Dirk, and I'm like, no, he's not. He's gonna have a career like Ray Allen. He gonna save somebody's ass later in his career when he old.
I think he will too. Shots. See, that's what I think.
Harden gonna have a career like Ray Allen, bro, because he can play.
Because this contract end, I think he gonna be 36 at the end of this contract.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and then he gonna go to like the Lakers
Chris,
or some shit.
You remember how Ray Allen was in Seattle?
Honestly, it'll hurt my heart. But he'll probably
Me too.
Go
It'll hurt mine too, man. Because
let me tell you where I think he'll go, bro. Because see, now we projecting further out. I think he'll just go to Dallas.
Oh damn!
I think he'll just go to Dallas because
that would hurt for real. That hurt for
real. Risk. I know it don't matter about the top 16.
Save Luka.
They go off Luka. Of the. But Luka it's one of them things.
Play like him.
He's comfortable playing against the other teams. If he goes to Dallas, because you play those teams more than the other teams.
You never know. It really depends. It really depends on who.
And Dallas will be a contender.
Time. Yeah, it depends on who the
Dallas will be a contender. Like that's the only reason I say Dallas, because I think they'll be a contender, and he'll want to go somewhere where he can get a dub.
He might though. That's why I said LA, because I just feel like that's that nigga vibe. It'll be the Clippers.
Yeah, I can see that, and he'll go back home.
Yeah, he'll go back to the crib.
That. And I mean, they'll pay him. I mean, sure. But
But back we done ran around the block. Back to it. You can't take someone from the 90s and put them out here and give them a bunch of stats, and then take someone from the 2000s, 20s, or 2000s and put them out there and take away everything, and vice versa. Like, you just gotta let the niggas play with it.
Hey, bro, that's why I say I'm taking hardware. Like at the end of the day,
I can't do just hardware. It's about what I saw.
That's why it's about. That's why to me it's a combination of all that.
Yeah,
it's about hardware. It's about what I saw. It's about how you made me feel when I watched you play basketball.
This is my thing to that though, bro, because that's a good point. My thing to that is when we start talking about these, it's only like 10 of these guys that you can really talk about.
Yeah,
like they answer all of the questions. The only thing I can look at is like my I say Tim Duncan to me is a top 2, top 3 player. To me, my reason behind
that's fine. No,
my reason behind
10, so that's cool.
Yeah, like we not gonna fight you on that.
No, but let me tell you, this is my reason. Based off of everything y'all said, off his when I saw him, he was an amazing player. He checked out all the boxes, but he also was the NBA. But on top of the 5 rings, he had an All-NBA. He was selected to the All-NBA team like 14 years. He was selected to the All-NBA defensive team 13 years. So it's like, how can I say that shit? Every year this dude showed up. His team made the playoffs.
Showed up.
Like, it's hard.
I think it's more like
hard for me to say that.
I wouldn't disagree with you at all.
I wouldn't. It's when Chris, I agree with that.
Like when I'm comparing dudes like Jordan and Bird and Magic, like I'm not saying like he has 5 chips just like them, but what separates it, he was the best defensive player in the league every year, and he made the All NBA team, first team a bunch of times. Like it's one of them. That stuff has to matter at some point.
Yeah, you need total package. I get that.
And I know I get that, but it comes when I see like certain, like when you're going over MVPs and when 06 Kobe Bryant, he didn't get the MVP. I watched it, I saw it. No, Steve Nash wasn't better than him. Like, no.
Do you really think it should have been Kobe though?
Yeah.
Even though I don't think it should have been Steve Nash.
Who else
but
you
I also don't think it should have been Kobe.
It was by far, I think it should have been Kobe.
He was a 6 seed.
Regular season MVP.
He wasn't. He was a 6 seed, bro. Like part of it, your team has to be like
season. Do you know that squad? That wasn't
6
the power
seed.
squad. That wasn't the power squad.
It's not about that, bro.
That was smushing them.
Russ, I'm not gonna disrespect that, but I'm not also not gonna take away from it's a team that's better. The team is in a higher seed, and he was the best player on it. Like,
but the MVP is the most valuable player.
That's why they should have been made that's why they should have made a description of what it really is. Because if I get your point,
I see it.
He drugged that sorry team,
bro.
To be a 6 seed.
Yeah,
I get
if you take that nigga, if you take Charles Barkley off that '93 Suns team, they ain't going nowhere, my nigga.
No, for sure.
Like, so but they bro, like, well, Michael was mad that Charles.
That's why I say Harden should have
no,
MVPs
like
right
they're, you know what I'm saying?
But boys don't want to listen to me about that.
Because you know how people say like Michael was mad because Charles won the MVP, and I'm like, how could you be mad, my nigga? Like, if you took Charles off that team. Like, they don't win no games. The Bulls went to the Eastern Conference Finals without you. They went without you. Like, without Charles Barkley, the Suns ain't shit. When Charles Barkley left the Sixers, if I'm not mistaken, they wasn't shit. Like, that's how they got AI. That's how they got AI.
Went to the tank.
You know what I'm saying? So, like,
that ain't how they got AI. Your timing a little off.
It is way off. It's like 3 years off.
It's way off. It's more than 3 years off, bro.
No, AI was drafted in '96, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
And Barkley left
the Rocket.
Barkley left
was the 93
in like 90.
That was 90,
92. 91, 92. When he leaves the
Sixers,
91. I'm like 4 years off.
I don't know how long. I know he played in a championship.
But you gotta suck for about that long to get the number one pick like AI.
But I think a lot of yeah, you're right about that. But
I'm just saying it contributed to. The point I'm making is the way I look at most valuable player is if you take this guy off of that team, is that team going to be in the tank, or is that team going to be able to compete?
And see, I'm gonna give y'all a perspective. That's why
LeBron should have got it every year. He went to Miami.
Every year, my nigga.
And even in Miami, he could have got that hoe. But I don't give a fuck.
Every year before he got to Miami.
I ain't gonna say he shouldn't have.
Every year in Cleveland too, except every year in Cleveland. No, there's a spot when it comes to
not every year in Cleveland, bro.
When it comes to basketball, because I've watched players do it. There's a certain kind of if you out there and you the only dude and you killing, something about me says, bro, I can't hate on you, bro. I can't sit there and say you not as good as the other guy, bro, because I'm watching.
And that'd be my only thing with LeBron. Like I feel like this nigga, like people get on his finals record for being 3-6, but I feel like it's because he took so many teams that shouldn't have been there.
And
Russ. But no, I ask you this: y'all are both Houston Rockets fans. Listen to this: y'all are both Houston Rockets fans, and I know y'all both believe that Olajuwon would have won. So if Jordan goes to those two, he goes to 8 straight, correct?
Yeah.
What's his finals record though when he loses those?
6-2.
You know what I'm saying? So he got losses.
Hey,
that's what I'm saying.
And then he's not undefeated, and
hey, look,
like everybody lose. Magic lost.
That's all that I'll be saying. That's
like everybody lost. Like, don't give me
look at the teams that he be dragging to the
and
finals.
Then look how and then what a great point someone said was everybody want to act like not getting there means something to everybody that's ever played except for Jordan. Nigga, you got swept by Isaiah every year, my nigga. Isaiah got you up out
except the last year.
But I'm just making the point though.
No, yeah.
Jordan didn't get Bird. Got your ass. You scored 60. Everybody says he scored 60. They don't talk about how Bird got your ass up out there, bro. Like he got you up out there, dog.
He never beat Larry Bird in the playoffs.
You know what I'm saying? But Man, we ain't gonna talk about Zeke, right? We can get on Zeke in this. We want to get.
Nah, he never beat him in the playoffs.
You know what I'm saying? Like Zeke said, he wasn't the stud. He wasn't the man in the '80s. He was a cold, dope player, but he wasn't the man. We beat him. Like
he was basically Harden in the '80s.
Yeah, no one brings it up though. Everybody talks like he won like those games. He didn't win. Like he took his lumps like everybody else. Everybody takes their lumps. There are no heroes, nigga. Like he cold as shit. I love him. Like
that's my only thing, man. I love Jordan, bro. I think I just hate the dig rod. It's like
yes, bro. It's too much. It's too much.
I say this, bro.
It's so frustrating.
There's so many other cold niggas, bro. There's too much to just tell me like that
people
nigga's the coldest thing
disrespect.
you ever seen. Shut up. Like no, bro. Like no.
Hey, look, and that's why I said I don't get into the coldest I ever seen. Like, cause I mean, shoot, that's just relative.
That's I told you.
That's relative. That's the right. Yeah,
I broke it down like this. I broke it down like this a million times, bro. I said, and Jeff, I don't know if you saw it. And I said in the chat, I said, bro, Jordan has had. When I take centers out of it, because we can talk about that, but I take centers. Centers are in their own category because they're fucking 7 feet and can do things that no one else can do. Yeah,
centers too dominant.
But if you take centers out of it, I have always said the greatest nigga, the greatest career, accolades, everything is Michael Jordan. But the most impressive basketball player I have ever seen play is LeBron James. And then after that, I'm probably gonna tell you that the next nigga coming is KD because
it's Luka.
Nah, KD, bro, he's 7 feet tall and can do.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Luka because I know you Dallas.
No, Luka's dope. No, Luka's dope. Luka's dope, but he's just like
these Dallas niggas, y'all. Luka hard.
No, he cold. Luka's cold. Luka's gonna have the accolades. No, Luka's gonna have the accolades, and Luka's gonna be one of the coldest guys you ever see because he played like Harden, but he has a little bit more.
Sure. Even if he don't change his game,
he's dope.
If he don't change his game and play like this the next 10 years, he's a Hall of Famer. Like
he's dope, but tell me, no matter if you love him or hate him. You look at whenever Chris, LeBron James is the specimen. Chris, you might tell me Steph, you might say someone else. But as far as like when I've watched basketball my whole life, T-Mac has won.
Never seen.
I said,
oh my God. Few of them that's like that.
I said, oh my God, I have never. And T-Mac could not win. Bron can fucking win.
Steph Curry is like that to me. I'm not gonna lie.
No, Steph Curry is shooting wise. He is one of those players that make you say,
no. Steph Curry awes me, bro.
Yes, but he's one of those. He's one of those. But you can't.
Steph Curry don't awe me, bro. Steph Curry angers me, bro. He's the only person I've ever said double him from the second they take the ball out of bounds. And
you know what? Man. But you know what? If you do it, he gonna get you.
Man, I'm glad we didn't watch that game. I'm glad we didn't watch the game together when that nigga didn't score the first half. It had 33.
Oh my God.
Man,
I was pissed because I felt it coming the whole game.
Bro, he changed the way
I was sitting there yelling. I was sitting there yelling at the Rockets, put 2 minutes, like literally let Draymond Green score 2 every time. Let him score
every
2.
time.
Like let him.
Let him. Oh my God. I feel like
just let him score 2. I
could have coached the Rockets to the victory, bro. I could have coached.
Just let him score 2 and we deal with it.
And wasn't nobody finna beat Steph at that time except for one man, and he did it after being down.
No, I'm talking about the year that we should have won the title with Chris Paul.
We should have beat them, bro. Like we.
I'm not even gonna. Nah, man. Nah, y'all fucked that up in so many ways.
Fucked it up, man.
In so many ways.
Game six play happened.
Hey, this is some real news. Hey, this is some real news, Russ, because I've been out here in the age, bro. It's gaining some traction. We probably finna get a whole new coach out here.
Y'all should.
Oh yeah, hey.
Y'all should. I've been saying y'all should, but that's just because it's not because D'Antoni's system don't work. It's just because
That's because D'Antoni just needs to be an offensive coordinator.
He needs to accept it. He needs to accept that that's all he needs to do. Don't dibble and dab and anything else.
It's not that he don't need to be an offensive coordinator. It's just the reality.
When he's in control, he calls practice and tells people, do not play defense.
Hey, Russ, it goes back to my point of why it's just too many teams. Because soon as the Rockets fire him, you don't think it's other teams that wouldn't mind having him?
Yeah, he's gonna rebuild your team. His offensive scheme.
He's not gonna. That's what I'm saying. Offensive coordinator. Like, let's be real. It's so many teams out here that the Orlando Magic could use him as their head coach. I can name like a bunch of teams.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that. And that's just a matter of nobody. If someone called me tomorrow, I know nothing about this shit.
Damn,
if
see
someone
that
called me tomorrow,
that is
ask
a
me the
very
head coach, I'm gonna take.
but
the job.
that's a very
no,
good point.
Russ,
Though.
I'm not saying call you. I'm saying it's so many.
I'm saying
you always
I
say it's bad coaching. The reason it's bad coaching is because it's
it's too many teams,
bro. It's too many teams.
That was a great point. That was a great point. That if he got fired today by the Rockets, it would be at least 4 teams.
I don't believe that's because that there's too many teams. I believe that's because the teams are just being lazy. Like I can get D'Antoni. I can get D'Antoni and make the playoffs. I'll do that.
Okay,
he's not a bad.
Damn,
he's not a bad.
He's
not. It's a business too, bro. Like
I can see that point
it's
too.
a business.
I can see that point
like Chris, we talked about it in football. At some point,
be like,
you have owners that Chris, hold up, Chris, hold up. You just said what you said, but you have many owners that literally sit out there, bro. It's an owner thing. If your owner does not want to win, you're not gonna win, and the owner does not technically have to want to win.
Yeah,
but this
their second job. I mean, this like a fun thing for them.
Matter of too many teams or not, my nigga. So if you have 8 teams and a nigga realize I got 6 superstars on my team, we could lose this league and I'm still gonna make $10 million, $50 million, $60 million, just because my star player. That team's not gonna be cold, and we're gonna be sitting at home like, why the fuck do the San Francisco whatever's not be cold? They got 5 niggas that's super cold, like, cause it's the way sports go, bro. Like in any league you have.
I get what you're saying, but just using that, what makes that hard is at the end of the day, it's not about wanting to make the playoffs. Like, it's proven that with our coach, we were the team that got just about the closest without having a bunch of players. And we only had 1 All-Star on our team. We took the Warriors to 7 games. Like, every time we played them, I mean, it wasn't like we were getting scrubbed. So with
that's why Harden don't get enough credit, though, to me, man.
Like, it wasn't
he
like
another nigga who take these trash teams too far in the playoffs.
It's to me. I don't blame him. I blame him for making the choices to be in that situation.
No, he do that too. Making the choices, bro. The issue with Harden for me, bro, is the last 2 minutes of the game. He just falls apart.
Here we
like
go.
If you're gonna go out, bro. But don't go out like no.
It ain't even just that, because I feel like that's why I wanted to see this season play out, because I finally feel like to me James Harden is a Pippen type. You feel me? Like, Pippen was good enough to be an MVP.
Kyrie,
Pippen, Pippen was good enough to be an MVP.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Kyrie.
And what, Jeff?
No. Because Kyrie got some. Kyrie got some different.
But you know what, Jeff?
Kyrie haven't been in James Harden position, so I'm not gonna put Kyrie in that list.
Kyrie ain't put a team to the playoffs 4 or 5 years.
I'm not gonna put him in James. I'm not gonna disrespect James Harden like that, bro.
I'm not gonna disrespect Kyrie, because that nigga ain't hit no game-winning shot in the final.
But he didn't put his team in position to get there, bro.
He didn't, but I can't disrespect Kyrie and say that.
And look, this is what I'm saying though. I feel like that,
bro. Like, we can't disrespect that Harden didn't.
I think that because imagine if Harden was on the Cavs. Like, come on.
I'm not gonna if Harden didn't have to carry the load for the Rockets the whole season, do I think he could have hit that shot? Yeah.
Yes.
I think he's that kind of player too. Like,
me too.
I can't disagree with that.
Like, that's what I'm just getting at. That's why I say that it's just levels. Like, I'm not saying
it's levels to this,
but it's just when you have you're comparing James Harden to LeBron James, so of course you're gonna say he's a loser in that sense, because LeBron James gets his team, like, even when he loses, he goes out like, man, this nigga lost to the Warriors, but he averaged more points, more assists, more rebounds, more steals, more blocks. He did everything better. So it's like, that's my issue with Harden. Like, when we lose and you out here dribbling the ball off your knee, turning the ball over 13 times.
You lose bad.
Like,
that's where that Dirk effect comes in. That's where that Dirk effect
Because it be pissing me off too. It be pissing me off too, because when you go look at them stats of them series, because I'm like, man, I be feeling like he playing terrible. You look at them stats, man, it's 28, 7 and 7.
When that nigga Ginobili blocked that nigga, I felt.
But it be so ugly, dog.
When Ginobili blocked that nigga, I was like, come on, bro.
And when did he block him, Russ? Last 2 minutes. That's all that matters. You can score a bunch of points too.
But that's why
Kawhi took the ball from him.
That's why I wanted this season to play out because I feel like Russ not gonna let that nigga do that dumb shit.
Nah, see, no.
Because even though
Russ is the dumb shit.
No, it's not that Russ is the dumb. The issue with Russ, bro.
I feel like
he don't have the ability. He has.
Yes,
I love
Chris. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Finally,
that's
someone
what I'm
said
saying.
it, bro. He's
no,
not.
And I get that, but I think that them together. I think that's gonna make them. I think that's gonna make them switch.
Okay,
if
this
that
is
makes
one
sense.
thing. Let me say this before I get into this because I think Russell Westbrook, Chris, we think he plays harder than everybody else. He is dope.
Oh, he's my favorite player in the league.
But I never said it was smart. I never said he was smart.
He will go out there in a game 6 and shoot the ball 50 times. He does not give 2 fucks.
No, I never said he was smart.
The issue is,
but that's his problem.
The problem is they're not the same person.
Yes.
If they were in the same body,
I know what you mean.
I want Russell Westbrook because Russ would win, lose,
or draw. He'll go for it.
That's my point. That's
the problem. That's why I said, you got him on your team.
But no, it's not the problem, bro. It's
not in this situation.
It's not. Like, I feel what y'all be saying.
With them, it's a perfect sign.
I'm not gonna disrespect the man who averaged a triple-double, bro, and act like it's his fault.
We're just being in the playoff, bro. I watched Dame Lillard dismantle him, bro. It wasn't even, bro. To be honest with you,
Paul George had 5 points in the closeout game,
bro. We watched the whole.
Paul George had 5 points. We can
talk about it. We can talk about him later because I'm a fan of his, but I'm not gonna sit here and say Paul George. That nigga.
That's why I was hating on everybody talking about the Clippers. I'm like, what are y'all talking about?
Like,
he got 5 points. But you know what else, Jeff?
Kawhi should have stayed in Toronto, in my opinion.
Victor Oladipo has the same squad. Victor Oladipo
I take that
has
back.
the same
Russell
squad
Westbrook, my second player. Kawhi Leonard, my first player.
But I just think that watching a bunch of Russell Westbrook, his talent is undeniable, his skill is undeniable, but his brain is not there, bro. Like
I get that.
Damian Lillard did to him, and I'm not talking about the shot. If you watch the games, Damian Lillard just played him the entire time.
Yeah, got in his head.
He played him the entire time. Like, and a guy like that is not gonna win. Like
it don't got nothing to do with that. I'm thinking that both of their negatives together will equal the positive. That's all. That's all.
Explain it.
Pure, and this is purely off of me loving Russ and Harden, me loving that they're together, and me being a Rockets fan. You see what I'm saying? It's a combination of that, all that gumbo. And I just feel like it'll work out.
Tell me how they're two negatives real quick, because I want to hear it. The people want to hear it. America.
How two negatives make a positive?
Just they're two negatives. I want to hear it. Like how you.
Okay, I'll put it like this. I think Russ's 100% all the time attitude would rub off on James Harden, especially in the fourth quarter. And I think that with James Harden, I think that since him and Russell Westbrook are cool, and this will be the third big name. This will be the third big name superstar that James Harden's had in the Rockets with the Rockets. Does he really want that to all be on him again?
So real quick. So you're saying, and this Chris, you might agree with this. So you're saying that he would have a Tyson Chandler effect on like Tyson Chandler had on Dirk, where Tyson Chandler was clapping, screaming. All you gotta do is make that shit, Dirk, and I'm gonna stop these niggas. Swear to God.
I think that Westbrook.
Nah, he has been. He was.
Russell Westbrook knows.
I've seen it work. So I've seen it work firsthand. So
let me explain it. I think that Russell Westbrook in the fourth quarter would understand that his mentality is the better of the mentalities, but James Harden is the more talented of them two. So he's gonna be there saying, "Get this nigga, take that nigga, do this, do that."
Jeff is coming from the homeboy perspective. Like,
hey, look, my only issue with that.
Because like if we was hooping and I yelled at Jeff and said, "Man, kill that nigga,"
just like Michael Jordan said in the documentary, Scottie Pippen a fight if he know you're gonna fight with him. That's it. It's some niggas that's just like that.
That's true. No,
I think Harden is one of them type of niggas.
My only issue with the Rockets, bro, I just feel like at the end of the day, bro, like if they finish this playoffs or when they start up next year, the issue they're gonna run into is I feel like Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James can get on James Harden and on the last play of the game and he won't make that shot.
That's crazy.
Oh no. Hey, I'm not. Trust me. This is all wishful thinking, and I hope.
No, and trust me. I hope they win too. I just think the hurdle comes in. I feel like it's hard to take the center out. It's hard to like size is a part.
They're gonna get hurt for sure.
Like
I think they're gonna get hurt
like
for sure.
size in life is just a part of it, bro. Like it's not. It's James Harden and Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry. Like these dudes are incredible players, but at the end of the day, like LeBron James,
facts.
Nah, it's but
ain't nothing you can do about that.
They don't have his size. Like I'm not even gonna say
that's
LeBron.
what I'm saying.
It's a combination. Leonard gets on any of those dudes
big,
that's not scoring. Like
it's
Pascal
a combination
Siakam
of all of that.
made it hard for Steph Curry to score. Like
no,
it's
but you know what?
Physics at the end of the day come into play.
Do y'all think Siakam?
Like physics
do y'all think Siakam is better than Paul George?
Yes.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I do, but I love Paul George. I love the way Paul George play better.
I like Paul George.
I think that's one of the smoothest 6'8" niggas ever on the court. Do you see the way
dog.
he moves and shit?
Yeah.
Right.
But
as much as I don't like that, that's the
moves like
that's the nigga who
like
attitude and shit. I don't be like.
Man, bro, I'm gonna be
Paul
honest.
George
I think
moves like Mac on the court.
I think they're equal players. I think they're just equal players.
I trust Siakam more than him in the playoffs.
You know what? I'll say this because I have no choice but to. I have to trust Siakam more. I have no choice but to. But I think this year is going to change that if they get a chance to get that strip in Vegas.
Man, bro, I ain't going to lie, bro. I think this year going to change it because that nigga next to Kawhi, the same reason you trust Siakam more.
Exactly.
That nigga
Thank
was
you.
next to Kawhi.
Chris, that's my whole point. Like, Siakam had Kawhi's a bad motherfucker, man.
But it's not even just that, man. I'm talking about I watch Siakam.
Siakam cold.
Like, I watched Siakam look niggas in their eyes in the playoffs.
He raw, though.
I didn't see Paul George nut up too much, dog.
But can I ask you this?
But he nutted up against LeBron James.
Can I ask you this? No, but at the same time, did he really nut up, or did LeBron James just show how great he was? Because Paul George would D up anybody.
And Utah, though. And like I said, bro, he had 5 points in a closeout game against Joe Ingles.
Wait, Chris, remember Sean took a picture of it, or you took a picture of it? Russell Westbrook shot like 40 shots, bro.
Because Paul George
wouldn't shoot.
Man,
he wouldn't shoot the ball.
I don't know about wouldn't shoot.
I remember that
he wouldn't shoot. He kept swinging it.
Bro, that's the game that I got kicked off of Twitter. I haven't been on Twitter since that game,
bro.
Because I was tweeting the most foulest shit about Paul George. Because I'm like, yo, fam, he literally would get it. He'll triple threat for like 3 or 4 seconds, dribble, and then swing that hoe. He probably only shot it like 7 times.
That game got me suspended for the shit I said about Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, hey, look, ain't nobody showing love. I was showing love to how Donovan Mitchell was lighting both of them niggas' ass.
Man, bro, I was mad as fuck because Melo was on that team, and I was like, you making Melo look bad.
Nah, Melo could have got some of them buckets too. Donovan Mitchell was giving.
I think he did. I think Donovan Mitchell gave everybody.
Another nigga whose career I wish turned out differently, man.
Hey, look, and Russ, while we on that game,
Melo, one of my favorites.
We gonna save that for a whole nother pod, bro.
Hey, Russ, before we leave that game, while y'all talking about y'all boy Melo, I'm just talking about that game. Let us not remember R.I.P. to my nigga JoJo, who did bury those niggas with the game winner.
Jeff, if you don't know, I have so much that I want to say right now, but all I'm gonna say is JoJo did it. JoJo did it.
He
but
did bury them niggas.
I'm not even gonna get into. I'm not even because and Joe Johnson as a person, I fuck with you. But
Joe Johnson, one of the greatest of all time. He the American dream.
The American dream.
I'm about to meet both of you niggas.
No, you don't get it, Russ.
No. Joe Johnson is cold as shit.
Joe Johnson is the best of all time.
He's cold.
One of the greatest of all time.
Russ, I'm not.
That's one of them dudes that I be talking about when I'm saying when I'm talking about people.
To me, he's comparable.
Chris, don't say nothing. Chris, I know Chris, don't say nothing. I'm just gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask you 2 questions, Jeff. Is he better than Melo?
Yeah. Unfortunate it is to me for me to say that. He is.
In an NBA game, I think he's better than Carmelo.
I'm not doing this right now. Okay, I'm not doing this right now. We're gonna go over this at another time.
You talking about one-on-one? If you talking about one-on-one, he's definitely
a better basketball player.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He passes.
And he can play defense a little better too.
Yeah.
Now Melo's a better scorer
than Melo. He got more handles. He got more like.
Melo. Now perimeter defense.
Jump higher.
Perimeter defense. I'll give you. But back in the day,
Post
Melo
defense
first.
too. You know
No,
how
post
strong
defense.
Joe
What?
Johnson is?
Are you serious? Nigga, Bun B had a verse about going hard in the paint like Carmelo, and it was not about offense, Chris. You better get back, nigga. Melo,
You better put some respect on Joe Johnson.
No, you better put some respect on Melo's name. My nigga, 62 in the Garden. Nigga, what you talking about, nigga? The most ever, nigga, by a nigga wearing the jersey. Nigga, what you mean?
Hey,
I'm not, you know what?
I'm not.
I'm gonna say this. We can get into the Melo stuff later, but Melo's the only nigga that did what all of y'all niggas talk about you need to do and go carry somebody on your back. When his back broke trying to carry the Knicks, niggas want to talk about my nigga. Man,
no, for sure.
Great,
he
bro.
did try to do that. He did what
the
everybody
only
be talking
one.
about. Somebody needs to go to the Knicks. Somebody needs to go to the Knicks.
He went, my nigga, and he went. Melo sitting back like, nigga, I went to the Knicks.
They fucked him though, because they could have just got him in the offseason and still had Gallinari and Wilson Chandler and all that.
Man, they didn't fuck him. He said he was ready to bounce. He could have.
But I'm not.
But they could have told him. They could have just told him shut up.
I have always said Melo's
my
worst
thing
is he makes horrible
I'm not
decisions.
mad at Melo. He didn't make a horrible. Man,
he
didn't make a horrible decision.
Yes,
he got
did,
really.
Bro, he should have went to Chicago with D-Rose. D-Rose wouldn't have got hurt because he didn't have to do too much.
Hey, look,
Melo would have been able to ball out.
As much. Hey, Russ, I know
Melo was about that bag.
Man, I ain't even.
Yeah,
Russ,
all of it.
I'm gonna say this, bro.
With the dip, nigga.
As much as we
as
much as we be talking noise and I be ranking on Melo, bro, do realize that we're bringing Carmelo up. We're bringing him up because he didn't go play with them dudes. He showed heart. And he said, if we're going to win, it's going to be because of me.
Because of me.
And I respect that
every time.
And he only
I respect that.
And every time he lost, he only lost to a better team.
But I just hate that. And I just hate that. I just hate
Indiana
that
was a better team.
Hold that against. But that's the shit I'm talking about, though. That I be hating people hold shit against somebody because of the team. Like,
no,
you know a nigga cold.
That's the main thing, bro. If you cold, you cold. You can't hold somebody. Like, bro, I understand, Chris. I understand.
Like Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday. Fred Van Vliet.
One of the best guard. He one of the best point guards.
Fred Van Vliet. Shout out my cousin Corey.
Van Vliet. Nah, Van
Vliet
problem, bro.
Nigga bad. Nigga tough.
Before we close it out, you got my guy. Too.
Before we close it out, real quick, guys, because I know we got one more thing.
It's getting late, bro.
Because today
I'm about to have to get off anyway.
This is the last thing before we close out for the Sports Plug. If you've been listening, you're still with us. First time, every time, all the time. Hit that subscribe button, notification button. Stay with us.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get over the post real quick. In honor of No Basketball, I'm going to name my top 10 favorite basketball players during my lifetime in no order. So I know that most of y'all, I know that you did it, Jeff, because you was in it.
Yeah, but mine not in order though.
No, you don't have to put it in order. No order necessary. But I like yours, Jeff. I like yours. So go ahead, Jeff, give your 10. And you know what I'm saying? Give your 10, give one honorable mention, and then we'll say a little something about it, and then we'll go and then we'll be out.
I got you. My 10. Hold on, let me pull it up. Let me pull it back up. God, all right, my 10, Darren Williams, Allen Iverson, Ray Allen, LeBron James, Jason Williams, Carmelo Anthony, Kobe Bryant, Gilbert Arenas, Dominique Wilkins, Penny Hardaway.
All I got to say is Joe Johnson is not on that fucking list. All right, but
it's so funny because I meant to put honorable mention, Joe Johnson.
But that's a dope list.
I grew up loving Joe Johnson, bro. I thought he was so smooth. It was rap.
Real quick, before I move on to Chris's list.
His edge up was perfect. And he looked like Andre Johnson, who was my favorite player.
My favorite player ever. Andre Zilla, baby.
Zilla was cold. Chris,
hey, look, I take that back. Hop my favorite player over Zilla now, but Zilla number 2.
I like that. I like your list. Chris, did you have your list done?
I mean, I can give it to you.
Do you want time? Because I can give you mine while you.
Yeah, give me yours.
All right,
I need a few more.
Jeff, I like that list. Your honorable mention was Joe Johnson. I fucks with it heavy. I did mine after the 1996 draft. Because honestly, if I did it before then, my list would just look like some old nigga shit. I watch too much basketball. Love my dad. So let me see. I got Dirk, T-Mac, Kobe, Melo, Bron, KD, Steph, Ray Allen, AI, Vince Carter, and my honorable mention is Gilbert Arenas. If I would have, no, hey man, Gilbert. I want to say I had a tough time between Gilbert and Vince because
He the reason why Vince won?
Vince was my 10th, just because.
Oh, I thought you said Vince was 1. I was about to say, oh shit.
No. I don't have them in any order. It's not in any order. I just put them in there, just 10 guys. But I had Gilbert Arenas was like 11, and then 12 was Sean Kemp. But Gilbert Arenas was a below Vince Carter because I've seen Vince Carter play live. And
that's different.
No, Jeff, you might know this because I told Chris, and Chris was even like, "Oh shit, you know that game where Vince Carter did that 360 reverse, like in Dallas? No, the dunk in Dallas, like they put him on the map, like in like 9-9, like where he went fast break and Statue of Liberty, but he went like the other way.
Yeah, I know exactly which one.
I was at that home. Like, as a child, like that nigga is one of the coldest niggas you have ever seen play basketball. Like, I remember my dad used to say, if that nigga could hit a 15-footer consistently, he would be better than Michael Jordan. Like, I went
to when Gil cooked the Rockets,
bro.
And I went to when Melo cooked the Rockets when he was on the Nuggets,
bro.
I will say this is tough, bro. But I think.
Bro,
I got a list.
Yeah, but it didn't have to be goat shit or nothing. Just
this is not this.
Yo, 10. It's just who you fucked with.
That's why I said Deron Williams was a.
Hey, look, this
gang. Jesus.
My 10, bro. I'm gonna start with Akeem Olajuwon.
Okay.
Like Akeem Olajuwon is definitely number 1. Like, and this, now after Olajuwon is in no order.
All right.
The second person I'm gonna name, bro, is Steve Francis. Steve Francis, that was one of my favorite, like, the franchise, bro. I love watching franchise.
He could hoop, like, straight up.
I had this tape called The Crossover. He was on that hoe.
Like, bro, the franchise was one of the, he built the Compact Center, bro. I'm always so.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, like
the Toyota Center. He built the Toyota Center.
You know how we talk about like press play artists, like niggas that you can just press play and play any one of their jams and shit jam. Like Steve Francis is a roll the ball out, nigga. Like bro, just roll the ball out. And that nigga bro.
I'll say this for the fans who don't know. Imagine if Russell Westbrook had a more consistent jumper.
Yeah.
And made a little bit better decisions. Not a lot, but a little bit.
No, a lot more. Just remember the game wasn't as free for him to do that.
No,
if the game was wide open.
Francis.
No, I'm not gonna say
wide
like him
open
and Russell. No, I'm just saying Russell Westbrook is a comparison, but he was a little bit better of a shooter. So it's like
I
that
just
was
feel
my
like
Steve, but Chris, Steve could play the point guard position a lot better than Russell.
See, I think John Morant more like Steve Francis.
That's a good
Steve Francis was a monster. But anyways,
all right, we on
at number 3, bro. I know this one is gonna be a little crazy, bro, but I got the Chuck wagon. Chuck Hayes.
This
Chuck
yours.
Hayes.
It's yours, bro. Hey, Jeff,
you.
what you don't know is this nigga really did used to get on NBA Live and 2K.
You like
Chuck Hayes? Chuck wagon and get niggas like 30 with the Chuck wagon.
Bro,
I could shoot.
Hey, look, I could shoot with him. I could do everything on the game.
I have never met a nigga that loved Chuck Hayes more than Chris, bro. I
used to immediately sub that nigga out when I had.
Bro, no, Chris would give you work with that nigga, the Chuck wagon, bro.
I would have people
hated his free throws. Hated his free throws.
Bro, I could shoot threes with Yao and I could play with Chuck Wagon. Like, it was crazy.
Oh, yeah. I could shoot threes with Yao. Niggas used to get mad.
Chris. Yao was a 3. No, Chuck Wagon. I'm talking Chuck Wagon was out there playing like Charles Barkley. Who's your number 4? Who's your number 4?
My number 4, bro. This gonna be another shocker, bro. This one I ain't heard yet, but or even seen on like none of the social sites. I'm going with Baron Davis.
That nigga
Baron Davis.
Hey, no, Ice Water. Ice Water, one of the best in-game dunks.
Bro. Hey, look, I know this is
going
to hurt Russ.
Yeah, against my Jazz, man.
That shit.
Even though Darren Williams
light his ass up.
Hey, look. Y'all saying the Jazz. Let's get deeper against Andre Karolinko. That's what I'm talking about. That was the most amazing
that's the one.
thing.
That's what I'm talking about.
And he was Chris, he was the leader. He was the leader of the We Believe team, and they came.
Yeah, and he was getting cooked by D. Will.
My nigga,
he was getting cooked by D. Will.
But they beat Dallas, and that was amazing. That
they
year.
beat our ass.
And I'm glad they beat Dallas because Dallas was a bad matchup for the Jazz that year.
Bro, we beat everybody in the league except for them. Like, that was the only team that could beat us. I'm gonna tell you like this, bro.
B Diddy was amazing.
As a Mavericks
Steven Jackson said he knew they had dirt.
Bro, actually, fuck Steven Jackson for that. They had beat us. They had beat because Dirk averaged like 22 and like 10 against them. Dirk balled. The problem was every other nigga on the Mavericks was scared to death of them niggas. And so like we would go out there and just get pummeled the whole season. You played team what 4 times in the
Josh Howard
year?
was my nigga.
I think
too.
we lost every game against them in the last game of the year. The Mavericks, all the Mavericks had to do was beat them niggas. And if the Mavericks beat them, it would put them out the playoffs. And the Mavericks couldn't beat them. And
I used to
everybody
think Josh
said
Howard was water though.
we gonna get put out. Nah, the Mavericks could beat that team, bro. That was
Nah,
a
but
matchup
number
issue.
5, the next dude I would name is Shaquille O'Neal. Like
Okay.
Shaquille O'Neal was just a dominant force, bro. It was just I was amazed by that. Like just like how brutal. And then
I've never seen. Well, actually, Chris, can I say something about Shaq real quick? Because I know.
Yeah, you can.
Have y'all ever seen in y'all's lifetime? Because I brought this up to somebody. I said Shaq is the only person I've ever seen where people actually prayed for him to foul out. We want Steph to miss shots. We want LeBron to miss shots. We want other niggas to miss dunks. But I remember vividly, Chris, like as a Mavericks fan, when they played Dirk and Steve Nash, we being like, if we can get Dirk to go off and Shaq to foul out, we have a chance. But other than that, if Shaq don't get 6 of these holes, like he's dunking on niggas all night long. And he had that post, he had that baseline hook. Ooh, nigga, Shaq was dirty.
And that was 5, right?
This is 6.
So now this is my 6th person.
Yep.
My 6th person, I'm gonna get him out the way. Tim Duncan, of course. That's my goal.
Know.
Like my 7th person, I'm gonna get him out of the way too. Kawhi Leonard.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My 8th person, LeBron James. I'm not gonna disrespect that. That's one of he's just a physical feat that's just.
I remember back in the day before that nigga lost them ships though, Chris. You was the number 2 advocator of him, and Chris's main point was, you see these bums? This nigga taking bums. He taking bums and shit.
Hey, shout out to LeBron. Got that boy D Gill paid, baby. H-Town's finest, baby.
Bro, I promise. I played on the basketball team.
Like D Gill.
I played for D Gill Hoops.
Man, hey, look, D Gill. I was 05. D Gill came out 04. They played Galena Park that year, another school in our district. Man, when I say D Gill and like Galena Park had some dudes that could win, they made the playoffs that year. Man, that boy D Gill went out there and put like 60 on the niggas, bro.
Yeah, bro, trust me. Nigga used to come. He used to come to the practice and light our ass up.
Like that's one of them things. Like I thought he was gonna be like I thought he would be better than TJ Ford.
Nah, but that's what made me. That just put me in a perspective.
Was so cold.
That just put me in a perspective of how good the NBA players really are.
Oh, they're
really
cold.
is.
We can get a discussion about that in the next episode.
Because if y'all ask me to make a list like minus NBA careers, TJ Ford
like Tommy Mason Griffin. Tommy Mason Griffin, the best basketball player I ever seen in my life. I don't care what nobody said. Tommy Mason Griffin, Madison High School. I went to Westbury High School. This nigga was like 3 years older than me. And this nigga used to cook niggas. And it was crazy because he was only like 5'8", but he was swole as hell.
I'm gonna give you one. This nigga went to Arizona, bro. His last name was McFarland. I don't know what happened when he got to Arizona, but I saw this nigga play against North Shore one time, and I swear he was LeBron James out there. Like he was making half-court threes. He was dunking on niggas.
In Houston, we be having random ass niggas like that.
But either or, I'm at 7 because I took Kawhi off, so I'm at 7.
You got your last one. You had 9. You got your last.
No, I'm at 8 because I took Kawhi.
You said he took Kawhi off.
Oh yeah, okay.
That was 6 and 7, so I'm at 8. If I'm going off of 8, I say, and it's players that I saw, like I remember, I'm gonna have to give the nod to Steph Curry.
That's a good
one. Steph Curry would be in there. And then for the last one, I'm going to go, for the last one, it's got to be Kobe Bryant. I'm not going to disrespect the Bean. And then for my honorable mention, bro, of all the hoops that I've seen that I could throw somebody in out of left field, bro, I'm going to have to say another guy that I just enjoy watching, bro, was Larry Johnson.
Larry Johnson's my nigga, Chris.
As my honorable mention.
Straight out of Dallas, bro. And Chris, he would have made my honorable mention, but I couldn't be. He was my favorite player as a kid growing up. And so like,
yeah, me too. As a kid, I loved him.
Gilbert was my nigga. I'm not gonna lie. When I was watching that movie Eddie, I was mad at the offensive foul. I was like, no, man, my nigga dunking that hoe. Y'all niggas got my nigga fucked up.
But Agent Zero ain't bad. But I like Larry Johnson. Grandma Mom was my dude.
I went with people after the 1996 draft, and I used to actually watch Washington. Like I wanted Washington to beat Cleveland. Like I was a full fan of that Gilbert Arenas, Karan Butler, and Antoine James' squad. And let me just tell you, when you go out there and tell Kobe Bryant rest in peace, when you tell Kobe Bryant I'm gonna drop 60 on you and I'm gonna yank you today
and do it,
nigga, stop. And by the way, Jeff, just to let you know, since you talk about just random niggas that you saw play basketball, best basketball player you've ever seen, I wish Chase Dollars was on the podcast right now because he'd probably say, Russell, you have a fucking point. Anybody from Dallas would know. Byron Hopkins. If you know the name, that
I heard
the
of that
coldest
name. I heard that name.
Ever. He played.
Did he play for Dallas Select? He played for Dallas Select AAU team?
Yes, but no, he played for the high school championship team with Lincoln, with Bosch. He played on the same high school team with Bosch.
I think I know who you're talking about then. Jeff, I know exactly.
Jeff, Bosch was the tall, cold nigga. He wasn't the star. The star was Byron Hopkins. Byron Hopkins was supposed to go to Duke, nigga. This nigga was the coldest nigga you have ever seen. 6 foot, he was like 6'4", played point guard, shooting guard. If he put him on the perimeter, it didn't matter. Jumped off the game. It wasn't Chris Bosh jumping off the games with a dunk. It was this nigga rocking a nigga on the perimeter and coming through the lane. Damn,
hey, look. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all. Hey,
bro,
look. Before I.
Oh shit! Hey, I got to get off.
Before I make my exit, bro, because I gotta get off. I'm gonna tell you.
We ended after this, Chris.
It was a tournament, bro. It was called the Dr. Pepper Classic out in Dallas, and shoot, our team went out there, and my T-John was our principal, so I got to go out there and everything. I was a young nigga, bro, and at the time I didn't know who I was watching, but it just struck me because y'all brought up Darren Williams. In high school, man, I saw Darren Williams go out there and light us up.
Oh yeah. He was a fool.
Now, did you see his nigga with him? He wasn't the best player on the team, though, was he, Chris?
Nope. No, it was another.
Yep. He was. He went to IU. Hey, my nigga. Hey, no.
It was another dude out there.
Yes,
he was
bro.
Like, bro, it was
I forget
unfair.
His name, bro. He went to IU, and I'm about to tell you because I've seen Darren Williams play in high school too. Darren was nuts, but his name was shit. What was his name? Oh God, he was a shoot guard.
Luther Head?
No. In high school, Darren Williams was not. Hold up. He was not the coldest player. My dad would kill me right now.
I got to get off this mug.
Hey, but Sportsplug, man.
Sportsplug, baby. Y'all be back. I'm going to have that name next week. Thanks for watching. If you kept watching, if you didn't, we're going to be back next week with more shit.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
Already.
So, y'all.
Yep.
Peace.